forked. Nope.
Yes.
Do not get forked.
Yes.
No. Ah.
Oh my gosh,
Close.
dude, that just saved it. That might have just saved my day right there.
You know,
Oh my
knight is the
gosh.
most annoying piece because you never know in time travel how it moves.
I was so nervous. You know what I did? I just let my instincts take over, you know? That's what they say to do sometimes. Oh man, we're both headed down that path. What am I doing right now?
What? Change. Wait, what?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay, come on.
No, wait, what? Why can't
I have no
take it to the
idea what
pawn?
I just did.
It's a double check. What? How do I save myself from this now? What to do?
I have no idea what's going on here.
Oh my god, this is.
Oh
ugly.
my gosh.
Oh
I gotta
my
admit,
god.
I'm not good enough to play chess like that. So someone's gonna need to check into these games. All right, hold on. F3. Here we go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. Here we go. This isn't even a Bond Cloud though. What is this again?
It's some new opening that I learned for my tournament. It confuses the opponent.
Uh-oh. Hold up, Maselli's blowing up. Doom. Okay, give me that. Okay, we'll go out.
What's the idea here?
Okay.
Don't come inside here, please.
I feel what you're doing here. Okay, we're gonna get more pieces involved in this party. I have to assume that something good can happen. Oh, what am I doing? Only 10 seconds.
You want that?
Where are we at? Where are we at? I gotta know because I gotta know what's at stake.
What's your streak right now? 6.
I'm at 6.
Oh, this is not looking good for me. But
here we go. Here we go.
Focus.
This is my chance. I gotta own it. You played the Scandinavian. That's the first mistake.
What are you, Bobby Fischer?
Bobby Fischer. Whoa, wait. Yes, sir. I shallst accept your Botez Gambit.
Where to give your discovery, man? Okay, this is where exactly I should not have.
This is usually where things fall apart in the adoption process, is right around this number of games. So I have to really focus on not letting that happen. For example, that was probably an unnecessary play by me.
I'm going to change my opening.
Okay, this is it. All right, Samay, remember, this is all for charity. Don't you get down on yourself, no matter what happens here. All right, no, I got to focus. I can't have mercy. It's the problem is my empathy kicks in, and then I lose my focus, and then I don't adopt someone, and then I end up looking like a child.
Come on, man. These cheap tricks sort of work. Why is your knight moving around so much?
I know. They're adorable. Whoa, you are going nuts, and I love it.
Okay.
This is your chance. En passant. Nope. Oh.
Coming for this.
Wait, 4 seconds? Ah! No!
There we go. The cheap trick works.
4
Check.
seconds. This is not happening. No, this is not happening. Stop it. What? Why would you give up your queen like that?
Tricks. Cheap tricks.
That
There
was
we
careless.
go. Yes!
Oh. All right, how much
Finally.
time do I have? How much? Okay, I still have time to start another streak. This is it. One more streak starts right here. Oh my God. How did that happen? You know why? Because again, I lost my focus due to this stupid focus thing. God, that was so frustrating. You went full dirty dog there.
Full
You were
dirty,
just
full
throwing your
dirty.
queen. That was hardly even fair.
There we go. Thank you.
I hope you feel ashamed of what just transpired there. Okay, because here we go. Round two.
Oh man. Oh
Round
man.
two
Oh
begins.
man. Oh man. Oh man. Are you a fan of
Round
Norm
two
McDonald by
begins.
any chance?
This flip board thing. I have to flip the board every time. I got this weird setting set up for broadcast with white on bottom, and I didn't change it. So I'm
Come
not
on.
making excuses. I'm just making
Excuses.
excuses. That's half a chess player in a game where you literally can't point a finger at anybody else. It's not a team sport. It's figuring out in your head what excuses you're going to make when it doesn't go your way. That's half of being a chess player right there.
Look at this cheap tricks.
Pro tip. I'm like, this is way too solid for me to be able to win in 20 and 30 seconds. I've got to spice this up ASAP. ASAP. ASAP.
Okay. Okay, what to do? Definitely not this.
Okay. We got to get spicy. ASAP on this. No, I don't want to trade queens with you.
Please.
I just saw a crazy tactic. Oh my God, I just blacked out. I just blacked out. Oh, it's like, Samay, what happened there? We did that together. We made that baby. Oh my
What a
God,
tactic.
that was amazing.
Wow.
I
How do you
literally
see it
just
so fast?
I was just like, boom, boom, boom. And I saw the F1 mate. It was nuts. Oh my gosh. Somebody clip it and ship it. Greatest moment of my career just happened.
Great tactic. You know, sometimes I make such a move and then I get very excited to analyze it, thinking it's a brilliancy. And then I see it was an outright blunder.
Right.
I hope it was not one of those moments.
I'm
What classifies
not
as a
even going to
brilliancy?
check the game report.
Now that you're here, I want to ask you, what exactly classifies as a brilliancy?
Okay, it's exact. What you're asking is like is the $1 million question. Quite literally, we have spent probably $1 million in development time. Like, it's inherently subjective. We admit, but we do. You know, we've talked a lot about it. There is some criteria that kind of says like, hey, it's unexpected. It's this and that. So we're doing everything we can to make brilliant a real thing. I can't let you distract me.
It's working for now. Okay. The focus. Okay, let's exchange this. Thank you. Wow.
What are you doing? Let me
Wasting
mate
your
you.
time. I thought there would be a
You
stalemate somewhere.
scared me. You scared me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so essentially a brilliancy is very difficult to define. But we're working on it. Okay, what are you doing?
It's a opening trap.
Okay. Oh. I believed you.
You know, they say complicate the game and opponent shall blunder.
Yeah, I
That's what
don't
I'm
even
trying
like
to do.
what I'm doing here. This doesn't feel right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I like it.
No, nothing about this feels good right now.
Wait, what do you take?
I don't know.
Why am I so bad?
You're not so bad.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
That's a great song. Great timing too. Love that. All right. How am I going to convert this in 10 seconds? Okay, ASAP. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay. This is it. I'm literally in the winner go home kind of stage at this point.
No, man, you see these things too quickly.
I will take that. You're trying to go for pre-moves, and I love it.
What's your streak? What's your streak? What's your streak?
How do I only have 2 seconds? I have got to speed up. I'm getting super freaking nervous.
What to play? Let's go with E5. It's called the Scotch, right?
Yeah, Scotch is terrible, but again, we're in kind of a bullet situation here. I'm so nervous about making any pre-move because
of who I am.
Because I could just like be blundering depending on what you're about to do.
Yeah, I get a pawn.
No.
Thank you.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Exchange this. I'm happy with this sacrifice.
Oh man, this is not going well.
Okay, this looks great actually. Let's push all these pawns here. I knew this. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh.
No. Those are dirty tricks.
Look at this pawn. Oh, what? What? I could have won this. I could have easily won this, man. Oh no.
Oh man, that was what you just did was what I needed. I needed it.
Okay.
I know.
Don't panic. Be cool,
We're
Samay. You
both
got this.
nervous here.
You got this. Let's go here. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Now, bring it back. What are you planning? Oh no, is it an unavoidable mate now? Oh my God.
Yes, it's unavoidable. Oh crap, I lied and you figured it out. No. Yes.
Oh man.
I just want you to know, I really hope we do become family, because sometimes you do things where I see a little bit of myself in you. You make moves like that, and I say, he is my son, because only someone of my blood would make such a bad move. Okay, here we
Knight
go.
is so bad, so bad. What is your streak right now?
I think I'm at 6 or 7.
Okay, once more, I can do it.
I think I'm at 6. Unfortunately, I wish it was 7.
Wow, stopping me from castling. Exchange. No. Okay.
You are killing me. Leave my queen alone.
Come on, man, exchange it. Why can't I take it? Wow. Wow. But I kind of learned a lot from this
Here we
game.
go.
Now
This
I
is
know
where
what to do.
All right, I've
I
got
have to
4
gain
minutes.
tempo on your piece.
I literally have to win every game from here on out. Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew at some point you'd get real tricky on me.
Okay. Wait, what?
I know.
What a tactic. Beauty. I don't want to get forked. I'll move my king away. Everything is fine. Just don't get forked. It's too bad. It's too bad. Yeah, it's a free rook. It's a free bishop.
No,
Why would you do that?
I don't know what I was doing.
Not letting you win this one, Danny.
No.
It's a draw! It's a draw! It's a draw!
Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts bad. That was it.
That was it? Yeah, that was it. Your streak
I wish a draw could keep adoption streaks alive.
No. You've played chess for, I don't know, 30 years now. I think a draw is a win for me.
Oh man, that hurt. I visualized the mating net with the knight coming to g4 and forgot that the knight was guarding the rook. And
I have no idea what happened there. All I know is I won 2 pieces and then I drew the game and I'm very happy with that. That's it, guys. That was all from me. Bye-bye. Good night. No, guys,
you dropped the mic and you officially announced your retirement.
The day I beat Nihal, like even 10 seconds to a minute, I think that's the day that I call it quits.
Yeah.
Nihal is just too fast. Nihal is like, he plays these 10 seconds matches and he plays until the end game. I mean, 60 moves in 10 seconds. And I'm like, how is that even possible? It's
completely nuts. When I watch Hyperbullet, a little part of me dies inside every time because I just know that I will never, I never even, it's different when you watch someone who's better than you at something and you feel like at some point, like maybe you were like, on the path to be good. But then when someone does something where you never had that skill in you, you just, it's very frustrating.
What was your rating when you just began? Like you played official tournaments, I'm sure. What was your rating when you just began?
2,500 about is max where I got. So still still the same. I mean, my last few tournaments were only, I think they were only USCF rated. So I'm still just above 2,500, above 2,400 FIDE, but you know, enough to be an IM, as they say. An IM is not a GM. That's what they say. That an IM is not a GM.
Like
So
I want to play, you know, over the board tournaments and get a rating right now. Chess.com 1720. So how much do you think in a FIDE tournament I must be? Like somewhere around that?
it's so chess.com ratings are very close and comparable. I think at a certain point, the quantity of games at a high level can push someone like Nihal Sarin, like Hikaru over 3,000, just because they're playing so many games and you can't replicate that over the board. But otherwise, if you look at the majority of ratings, like my ratings tend to be about 2,500 on chess.com. And you know, with the amount I play, I think that they're very comparable actually. Of course, fast time controls are always hard to judge what someone could do with more time on the clock. But
you have, I just was going into your profile, you have played 13,857 games.
Oh man, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. That's, I mean, it's no GM Joey, right? GM Joey, if you think about the amount of time that some people have spent online, you know, it makes you question their life decisions. So, but I've also, 13,000 is a lot of games. For me to not be that good, that hurts.
I've played 9,000. So I was somewhere around there. On chess.com, I played 9,000 games.
Oh man. Well, I'm being told it's time for us to take a very quick break, everyone.
Right.
If you've enjoyed this sort of precursor to the show, stick around. I will be donating $100 to charity the moment we come back. I guess I got to talk to the team about how to do that. But Samay, Raina, there you go. You had it. He fends off. You know, it's funny, Samay, what I was saying is true. When you get to the 7-8 game mark, that's where most adoptions fall apart. For some reason, I don't know what it is, and it happened again. It happened both times. Anyway, we're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, more with me and Samay. We also have some huge, big names, grandmasters that are going to play a simul with our community. We're really excited about it, and all this is about raising money for charity. So don't go anywhere. Much more ahead when we return on today's Checkmate COVID show. Oh man, that was tough. That was tough, Samay. I'm not gonna lie. For those of you who missed it, Samay Raina narrowly gets almost joins my family. And at a certain point, he was showing signs that only a Daniel Rensch child could show. The blunders were real. You were falling apart. I saw myself in you, but then at the last moment, you changed your fate, and you will not be joining my family today.
Maybe next time, man. Maybe next time, Danny. But today we are here for some charity. And guys, back end, we just had a small conversation with the producers, and Danny has agreed that if we raise $7,500 here, Danny, do you want to say what you'll do?
The producers told me I'll twerk on stream. No one wants to see me twerk anyway, but apparently that's what I'm going to do. And
so guys,
we may
keep
come up with
donating
some
at
other
$7,500. We get an insane clip. It goes viral all over the chess world. It's worth $7,500, I think. Come on, guys.
All right, and I did wear my chess belt today. It's got a pawn.
Ooh,
yeah, it's pretty.
That's
sexy.
like that looks a little weird if you put it over there. So if you can just
oh, Sam Copeland just donated $200. That's a lot of money. don't talk about the pawn or what. Don't even. Samay, this is not something we're talking about.
You're the one who's showing it to me like that.
I didn't know this was going to be a relevant talking point today, but apparently it is.
Oh man, look at Danny's donating $75.
What are we gonna do? This is why you and I haven't hosted a show yet together. This is not going to end PG. Anyway, Sam, that's a huge donation from Sam Copeland. And $75. Oh, apparently I can't say the word at the end of that name. I don't think I'm allowed to say SIMP because of I think that Twitch, never mind. The rules change all the time. So I'm not going to say that word SIMP. But I'm going to twerk on stream, and we may do other bounty prizes today. So keep the donations coming. Apparently Sam Copeland really wants to see me twerk with that.
Look at Rakesh donating $250.
Oh my God, you guys are donating huge amounts. I need to complete my donation, but the Simul's about to start. So at some point we'll see my donation pop up. I did bring up the tab. Oh man, for those of you just tuning in, where have you been? This has been a fun show already, and we're about to see some amazing feats of intellectual greatness here with grandmasters playing a Simul. So as soon as those games begin, they'll be popping up. While we're talking, Samay, I'm gonna complete my donation while we're here.
Sure. And can you also let the chat know where to donate so that everyone knows how they can see you work?
Yeah. So you just go to go.chess.com/donate. I'm gonna add a message to mine right now. I failed to expand my family today. And we've got $100 donation, and here we go. Let's donate. I'm gonna try to do it with PayPal. See if I can connect my PayPal here.
Just don't leak any of the details.
I'm not sharing my screen. Luckily, this particular screen is.
Then you'll have to twerk out of,
All my passwords, by the way, are chess openings. Just so you know, if you ever want to like hack my account, getting a text message to confirm my code. This is super. This may seem unprofessional, but it's because I'm donating $100 because I am, if nothing else, a man of my word when I fail to complete a task here with Samay. Here we go. The donation is happening. Hopefully it shows up on screen. Donation has been processed.
Thank you so much, Rakesh, Sam, Danny, striking_ace, Hawk Music, Sofrat86, and AW. Thank you so much for the donations. All of this is going to great cause. So keep donating, even if it's $1 or less, whatever you can afford, please go ahead. And it's all for a great cause. And the cause is obviously to see Danny twerk. And also
the cause has changed from fighting off the global pandemic to seeing Danny twerk. That's the new cause. All right. But the Simul's about to begin. Let's talk about it. Like we said, it's Checkmate COVID today. Today we're checkmating. I failed to do that, but we're checkmating COVID, and this is going to be awesome. Remember the format here. Each one of these grandmasters is playing 20 different participants who signed up in advance in order to reserve their seat. They all made $25 donations, except for Vishy Anand. Vishy is playing 25 participants, and in his case, players donated even more. I actually, I'm not going to say the number. I don't know what it is right in front of me, but they donated even more for the chance to play the former world champion. It was awesome to see, Samay. It was awesome to see the registration close so quickly, just because so many people instantly. Well, obviously they wanted to play a really strong grandmaster, but they also were showing their support for the cause today. And let's remind everybody of where the donations are going: to both RedCross India for direct COVID relief, also to the AICF, which is the All India Chess Federation, as they are organizing many events to do what they can to raise funds and help those in need. So, wow, the donations are rocking, by the way. I'm loving this. And
that's awesome. That's awesome. And that's so sweet of all of, so many people have been donating. Even I did a charity stream recently, and with Levy, and so many of his subscribers also donated. We raised a lot of money. So thank you all for doing this for India. We're really going through a tough time here with the COVID crisis, especially in some cities like Delhi. There's no oxygen, there's no bed. So I'm sure all this money will be put into great use.
Yeah, no, it's wow. I mean, we're seeing some big donations coming in, and we're already at. I'm going to be twerking in like less than 5 minutes at this point. This is crazy. We've got 15,000 of you on Twitch. Shout out to all of you. We've got 2,000 of you on YouTube. Thanks for being here, and we're just getting going. Every donation counts. Thank you so much. The games have started, by the way. I've been bringing up a whole bunch of different boards that the Vish is about to play in. He hasn't moved yet. I think he's letting all the games begin. Oh, wait, here he goes. We're off to see the wizard, Samay. We've got E4, the Vish versus PK8, the Vish versus Slow Air, and there's a whole lot of games. If you want to follow the games directly, everyone, go to chess.com and just follow the Vish. Maybe our moderators or staff, if you don't mind, give some direct links to help everybody directly follow on chess.com, or just sit right here with us. Man, I still can't believe you did it. I still can't believe you fought off. There's the Vish right there. Samay, you see him?
I don't see him. I'm actually trying to do a transaction here, and it's captures expired. Wait, what? Okay, I was trying to donate as well, actually, because I really like playing against you. I was trying to donate, but it says capture. It's asking me if I'm a robot. Seriously, a computer is asking me. But yeah, okay, we'll figure it out. Hey, that's Vish, and it's Harika.
We got the Vish on camera right now. We've got Harika Dronavalli, Humpy Koneru, Nihal Sarin, and Praggnanandhaa all joining us here. At some point, you'll see them all on camera as they compete in these crazy simuls going down on chess.com. I literally can't even follow the game. So you and I are going to have just a lot of fun here, because there's 105 games going, actually, quite literally.
Wow. I just see the bar, and that's all I understand when these great players are playing. I just look at the bar, and all these players, are they just, what is the rating? What is the highest rating? Is it like any grandmasters playing?
No, so the Simul was limited to players of 2,000 rating and below. However, that is the online rating we can measure, meaning chess.com's rating. So there are some people that, when I see someone rated like 1,200 even, like they're a brand new account, makes me wonder who that person is, right? So we might have some ringers in the event, looking to get a dub against a world champion, but I don't know. I mean, that's all part of the fun of a Simul.
Yeah.
I'm following all the players, but as I said, there's a lot of games going on, so we're waiting for some real action here. Remember, everybody, what we're doing, we're raising money. We've already raised over 6,000, as you can see.
Already raised over 6,000?
6,600 right now.
At 7,500, you twerk.
At 7,500, I'm going to twerk.
So apparently. In 2 minutes, you're going to twerk. That's all. That's it.
All that matters. And
let me put a tweet.
I already tweeted at you earlier. We've got a lot of action just getting going here on social media. Thank you for all the donations. Woogsley, $10. We see you, baby.
I should do an NFT of your twerk and maybe sell it for $1 million.
$1 million?
Which is this game going on? Okay, so Vish has so all of them have 30 minutes plus an increment, and they play 25 boards. That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
E4, C5 play. Can we follow the live game as soon as they play? Can we go to that board, or that does not happen?
Which game?
Like whenever they play. Like right now, I don't see any movement on the board.
Yeah, I'm okay. A lot of the games are just getting going, and so I think Vishy was waiting for all the games to start, but now he seems to be moving on a lot of different boards. We've got a London here versus Al Ramek. Don't you play a London or no?
Never. I used to actually play it when I just began because I didn't know anything else. But then I moved to better openings. I feel London is very solid. I would rather prefer like a very aggressive opening where there's either I win or I come lose. I just want to
Shout
go
out to our
complicate the game.
producer. Sorry, Bick just donated $100. I know that guy. That's the guy working hard to make this show awesome. Bick, look at you donating and producing. That advice you just gave, Samay, is actually really good advice for Levy Rozman that he never got, which is the moment you learn real things about chess, you stop playing the London.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's too solid for me, and I don't like solid chess in general, because I've realized that chess shows how you play chess, shows how you are as a human being. And I'm a very restless guy, right? In my head, there always things are happening, things are going on in my head, two things at the same time. So I don't want to play like a positional long game. I want to take short decisions. I'm young, I'm a risk taker. I put a lot of money in Dogecoin and watch it all go down. So I like to take risks. So I play the King's Gambit sometimes.
I love it.
Did you invest in Dogecoin?
All right. Well, we've got this London here. Vishy's going to come back to it, but he's playing moves on every board. I mean, you and I can quite literally choose our own adventure of just about any opening in the world, probably. I'm just bouncing around. Daniel Gould, I know that guy. That's a guy who competes regularly in some chess.com events. Here we've got an E4, E5 game with an Italian.
I always go E4, C5. Always. Like, never have I gone E5. I've just gone E5 in bullet maybe. But otherwise, I feel it's a very, very, not my type of opening.
Yeah, this
I discovered this feature on chess.com very recently. I didn't know that this existed, where you can go to a player's profile and you can explore all their games. So you see what they've played majority of times, and you can actually prepare against them. So when I was having a comedians tournament in India, that's how I prepared actually, and it really was very helpful.
Yeah, did you do any prep for the comedians you played or no?
Yeah, that's how I did it actually, and it was like one of those things that many people did not know. So I didn't even tell anybody until I won that tournament.
Yeah.
And then I told them the secret.
I literally did that with Anish the other day. Anish was trying to look up some games of some grandmaster who we knew his anonymous account. I guess I'm revealing stuff I shouldn't, but classic Anish. Anish was looking into some stuff, and I showed him how to do it. You can literally just look up anyone's full history. Look at that. Mouse NYC donated a honey. We're gonna. All right, I gotta practice my twerk. I'm gonna need to stretch. It's gonna stretch it out here pretty soon. The real Greco, I want to give a shout out to him. That's a guy that I think if it's the same username, yeah, I think the real Greco is my boy Andy, I think, who's actually done some fun work for chess.com over the years.
Greco was also the name of one of the very ancient players, right?
Yeah, the real Greco. So, and he's better than that 1500 rating. So I'm not going to call him a sandbag and you know what, but this is going to be a tough game for Vishy. I'll mark it now. We'll circle this one on our calendar. Another $100 just came in, Samay. We just broke $7,000.
Whoa, only 5,000. No, only 500 left actually. Yeah, only $500.
away, and I'm twerking it. Oh man, if that doesn't go, if that doesn't go well, I am never gonna live it down. You
Have you
know
ever made an Insta reel, Danny?
what?
Have you ever made an Instagram reel?
An Instagram reel?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to use Instagram. I so no, I have not.
All right. So what I'm saying is with this twerk, you can actually make a reel and you can, get a lot of followers, I'm sure.
Get a lot of follow. Okay, that sounds good. I'll do that. Um, I'm gonna get a lot. I'm thinking about launching a TikTok, so that I can continue wasting my life further. More donations coming in. Danny Ladd OP, $50. This is awesome. All right. So Real Greco has played a Benoni structure. So here's what we'll do. That'll keep us focused on the chess. Tell me, what are your openings? So against me, you played both E4 and D4. Is that a normal thing you do?
I mostly play D4 and sometimes C4. E4 I go when I'm just playing for fun. I want to play the King's Gambit. Otherwise, I play D4. Yeah.
Okay.
D4 as well.
And as black against E4 against me, you mostly played the Sicilian.
Always. There's a very nice opening I've learned. E4, C5. And then when you go knight F3, I go A6.
Yeah, you like this one.
Yeah. And most of the players play D4 here, which is actually not the accurate move.
Yeah, because you get E5, and you did that in our first game, and then I remembered to play C3. White can do a couple things here. C3 or C4 is sometimes played like a Maroczy bind transition. So we'll come back to that. I want to see what your openings are. That way we know what games to focus on.
All right.
And as black against D4, what do you play?
I go knight F6, and I've learned this amazing opening from Levy, which is E5 here.
Oh my God, Levy has
Gambit.
got to stop teaching people bad openings. Can we get a movement going? Levy Rozman, a little more time teaching people better openings, a little less time on Twitter. Levy.
That same thing can be said to Anish as well. I'm pretty sure Anish is probably watching this right now.
Yeah. Anish has nothing better to do than watch us, let's be honest.
Anish is always on the internet, always somewhere there looking at what's new. He's on Reddit. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's got to stay up on the drama game, right? The troll game. All right, so that's a good advantage for Vishy there, taking their Vishy's going to take back with the pawn and have the A file open. And that's actually a positional mistake there from Andy. You really actually want white to break the tension first. Even moves like castles here, and then like knight A6 would be better to try to bring the knight to C7. And the point is, if white blinks first and trades, black gets to go back to the traditional plans of playing A6 and B5 and expanding in the direction of the pawn structure, which is where you want to gain space. And this move is less than ideal a lot of the time. Even though you double the pawns, you give black some activity in the bishop pair. So this is going to be good for Vishy. Vishy already took with the pawn, and he's going to be happy here.
The thing that irritates me the most is that there's no textbook rules in chess. Like, we've been taught like double pawns are bad, but then there are grandmasters are like, yeah, they're bad, but you get this. And I'm like, no, tell me one thing that I want to learn, and that should work everywhere. That's all. Please.
You're so right. I mean, chess
like
is
bishop
hard,
pair advantage.
Dude.
I've never understood bishop pair advantage. Never in my life once have I had a bishop pair advantage and be like, oh, I can use this in my game. Never.
Dude.
Sometimes I have an advantage and they're like, but you have bishops, but look at his knights. It's a close position. It's better. I'm like, oh no, I should play checkers instead.
I know, dude. You're preaching to the choir. It's super frustrating. And then the computers made it worse because the computers, especially, the new generation, right? The neural nets, taking original approaches to the game. It all started with AlphaZero. You've got your Leelas, like they're breaking rules all the time. Where Nimzovich is literally rolling over in his grave, right? There are no positional chess rules anymore. It's broken. We broke chess. That's what they did. Leela and AlphaZero broke chess.
I just randomly play H4 in the middle of the game and think I'm playing like AlphaZero, and then I see my analysis and it says 3 blunders. Dude. H4, H5, H6, all blunders, one after the other.
There are worse things you could do. I'm supportive of that. All right, so we've been showing some of Vishy's games. Again, this is going to be a ton of fun. We are here for charity, everyone. So a reminder: there's donations coming in. Everything is going to both RedCross India and the AICF, the All India Chess Federation, and the many efforts they're taking. There's a lot of people in need. Cases, there were a lot of things on the rise right now, and our hearts and best wishes go out to all those being directly affected. And that's what this show is about. So those donations that are coming in will both maybe create some viral moments via twerking and also provide real relief to people that need it. So thank you. We're showing Vishy's games here.
Can we not look at Vishy's game when you're twerking? Just a request from a Vishy fan.
Okay, which game?
Whenever it's time for you to twerk, just don't show Vishy's game at that time, please. Just
okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. We'll get Vishy off camera. Maybe we'll go full screen Dan with you watching. You should be watching me very closely.
Yeah, I'll remove these. I'll watch you crystal clear.
Get a good view of the belt at the time. So anyway, we'll do that. All right. Nihal Sarin is also playing a ton of games. I think I've almost sort of maxed out my ability to observe games, which is good to know.
I can't see Nihal's games.
No, I can't either, actually, because we've got 100 and a million half games going here.
Is Vishy even slightly bad in any game? Oh, look at Nihal. Oh,
Nihal's about to get a dub. How did this happen? B3, classic Nihal Sarin, love it. Awesome. And then his opponent hangs a rook. That's my favorite type of thing to hang, is a rook. And Nihal's doing good. So that's that. Want to look at Praggnanandhaa's games?
Yeah.
Here's one.
1830, okay.
Yeah,
another thing that I get very confused, I'm sure you can help me, is when to take a break. I mean, not from work, I mean in the pawn structure. Like when do you go for a break?
That's a great question.
What point should black go e5?
Yeah, I mean, if black could, he would go for e5 right away, right? And part of the reason is that whenever you have the f pawn expanded, there's all kinds of no-nos to moving our f pawn in chess, and we can talk about those later. But the pros, the pros of f5 is you've sort of launched this idea where you'll have access to this side of the board and space. So if you could get e5 safely now and then continue to lead with space, you would do it. But white is in I was just about to say, white is in a super solid position to the point where if I was black on the last move, probably this was maybe what I would have considered. The engine says no, but what does the engine know?
Yeah, that's too complicated for engines. This knight h5.
Yeah, I think it's probably because of d5 actually leaving the center behind might be a little bit dangerous, but okay. The reason I'm saying that is because if it wasn't for d5, getting rid of the dark square bishop, anything like this increases black's ability to get e5 and do things there. And so we see what Pragg did, right? Pragg said, no, thank you. I'm going to keep my dark square bishop, which is going to make e5 not possible. So
yeah,
to answer your question, black would like, I'll make it a more general like piece of advice, right? When would you want to create a pawn break? There's a very simple criteria, which is if opening the position or making an exchange increases your options, decreases your opponent's options on a very basic level, as long as you've checked it out tactically, probably it's a good idea, right? A lot of people make trades and then ask questions later without really considering if it's improving their piece options. So in a position like this, if you could get it safely, black would love this. But more likely what's going to happen is Pragg is going to get d5 and the position's going to open up, and who gets more options there as soon as d5 is played? White is, greatly increasing space and probably just, much better in a position where black's structure is kind of broken. So I expect Pragg to go for d5 here at some point soon. We'll see what he does. We'll just stick right here, see what he does.
Yeah, this is a very instructive game.
We got nowhere else to go,
Yeah.
By the way, the donation slowed down. I appreciate that, everyone, giving me a chance to take a breath before I twerk it.
Only $250 away, guys. I'm sure a big donation and we'll see Danny twerk. Come on, it's worth it, guys.
It's worth it. Is it really though? Is it? Oh man.
I think half of COVID will die after it sees you twerk. You know, the organism only will die. The species will mutate.
We just got a huge donation there, did we?
Did we?
I didn't see it.
Guys, the cure to COVID is Danny's twerk. I'm telling you, we need these donations coming in.
We've got a lot of chess. Okay, so Bishop H2 played first instead of D5. I guess that makes sense. And
why?
Well, one, it avoids any type of coming tactics, and I think that I mean, I think what he's trying to do is make sure that E5 would never come with tempo. The truth is there was nothing wrong with D5, but I think he's just, kind of slow jamming it, taking his time, patience. By the way, Nihal Sarin, let's bring up the scoreboard view, because if we're looking at the overall simul, remember everybody's playing 20 games, 25 if you're the champ, Vish. Nihal has already won 2 games. So good for him.
Oh, there we go. Anonymous donated $150, $100 away, actually 96.
Oh man, an anonymous person, because they don't want to be associated with the shame of everyone's slowing down, because they're like, do I really want to be the dono that puts Danny's ass on screen? That's the question.
Oh man. All right. Okay, so what song are you going to talk to? Is there any copyright free song that you can use?
A song?
Or are you just going to go a cappella?
I've got music in my head. I like to make my own kind of music and play my own special songs. So inside my head is basically like a dentist office, and everything I'm doing, you just hear music in the background playing. All right, we got our eyes on this one. I think that D5 makes sense. Also, I'll say this, Samay, when you're playing a simul, both pro and con, sometimes players play more moves like this rather than calculating something concrete, because you're just like avoiding the potential of a blunder, right? And you're just making safe moves, things that are, allow you to maintain an edge and get focused on some other boards, so the position isn't changing rapidly. So it's kind of offense. The con of that is sometimes you'll look back and be like, oh, man, I was winning here, and I just, wasn't playing the knockout blow. But that's another reason why safe moves are played in simuls, just because it's difficult.
Yeah. It looks very cool, when I see over the board simuls, the grandmasters walking around everywhere, playing a move on every board, just looks too cool. And with online chess simul, it's very, very, it takes a toll on your head, because you have to keep going on, clicking here, there, click everywhere, and then go to the next game. So I don't know how they're going to manage it. To win everything is the optimum goal, that they should not lose or draw even one game. But yeah, that might be a little difficult. Let's see.
Yep. This, like I said, the simul is an impressive part of chess. That's why you see it in all kinds of pictures where they show the little kid walking around, young Bobby Fischer, playing a bunch of different people at once. That's basically what Pragg is doing right now, as we see him on camera. He's just walking around.
Is it like a requirement to play a simul and win to become a grandmaster, or there's nothing like that? Is it like do you have to play a simul against people to become a grandmaster? Like, is there like how you have GM norms?
There isn't, but it should be. That's a great idea. FIDE should add that to the criteria. It's not a requirement, but I think it should be. I'll drink to that. All right, Pragg is focused. We can go into a number of different games.
I think this D5 will never come, man.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about. D5 is coming. The other option, by the way, so one way to pry open the diagonal is with D5. The other option is to slow play E4. But in this case, I would say it's not as good, because one, black is going to be more than prepared to deal with that. And two, with the full development, I don't really know that there's anything that white is getting with E4 that you can't get with D5. Okay, this is interesting. He played knight B5 to get C4 and then go for D5. So what's going to happen here is rook C8 is going to happen. Pragg is going to play C4. And then, like if a6, he'll just back up the pony, no shame. And now d5 is even stronger because he's opened up more support and he actually has the queenside space. So knight b5 is a good move there from Prague. A little
How
bit
was
more
a move
patient.
like bishop c4 over there, pinning that pawn on e6? Was it a good move? Because I don't see this bishop on e2 doing much instead of knight b5.
Yeah, the only problem with bishop c4, either before or after knight b5, is pinning the pawn. I don't know that it really like improves much about white's position. The bishop is better here than it was on e2. But even here, like, you know, you wonder if black might play for d5, gain a tempo, and then bishop d6. This is not exactly the structure that white is happy about, because here black has now, gotten ahead of the light square breakthroughs, kind of locked it up. So I think that, you know, one of the things you have to be careful about in chess is playing a move that, that looks active, right, optically, but is not actually what your position needs. What white really wants is the pawn breakthrough to open up the position. Doesn't really want black to close it up here, which bishop c4 might allow. So, I expect him to go for c4.
I might gain a lot of rating points here, you know, learning chess with you.
Hey, that's what we're here. A lot of the chat is here for the chess, and that's all that they want.
I think most of them are here for the twerk, honestly.
They're not here for the twerk. I mean, you and I are here for the twerk, and if you missed it, I already failed to adopt Samay in a 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hey, look at that, 7543. What do I see over there? $7,500 have been crossed. All right, time to cleanse your eyes because they're gonna get spoiled forever after this.
I think we're gonna take a break so I can stretch. The one thing that Miley Cyrus always told me, Miley Cyrus said, Dan, before you twerk, you got to stretch. That was the piece of advice directly from Miley herself, an expert on the subject of twerking. We're gonna take a very quick break. When we come back,
can we take a break even after watching you twerk? I think we'll require a break after that as well.
Yeah, we might need to do both, right? I mean, honestly, for sure. So I do have strong glutes. Okay, there was a workout yesterday, a lot of deadlifts. I'm a big CrossFit guy, so it's I'm not going to be ashamed of my glutes. So when we come back, we're going to continue to raise money for charity, have fun, learn some chess. Remember, you can follow the games directly at chess.com. But I'm going to get on the wait. Yeah, she's texting me now. Miley Cyrus giving me direct twerking advice. She's hilarious. That's so fun. Okay, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Yeah, we are back.
I've never been more afraid in my life, but we're going to continue to do, no matter what happens in the next 30 seconds, everyone, the show will go on. And at 10,000, we've decided, Samay, you're going to sing us a song, right?
Cool. I don't think I can embarrass myself after this anymore. I think you've set the gold standard, the rock bottom. So anything I do is cool.
I'm gonna get completely off camera here. Oh, I'm trying to. Of course, the producer switches it on me. Okay, here we go. So I did do some warm-ups just so I can, you know,
go for it.
I can try to do some twerking. I know that maybe that doesn't help you. That's a very, I've got dad hips, so limited flexibility, very limited.
Give us a 360-degree view, man. Come on.
Wait, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Samay?
This is not twerk. This is nothing like a twerk.
What do you mean? This is a twerk. That is a twerk.
Yeah, now it's like a twerk. Yeah. Oh
that's
my
a
God.
Twerk.
Oh my God. What did I just see?
That's how I twerk, okay?
I need to sanitize my eyes 1 second.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
God. What did I just see?
I'm out of breath now. Okay, welcome back to the show, everybody. We're checkmating COVID today. Real quick reminder how you can donate, go.chess.com/donate.
Yeah, and many people have actually also donated their eyes after this. You can donate anything, guys. Money, eyes, everything.
We need to raise a little bit extra money to get some of my new contact lenses so he can really zoom in. I was clearly twerking. That was a very good twerk.
Great.
Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay, and Samay's going to sing us a song at 10,000. We were actually practicing at the break, and he's got the voice of an angel, if I don't say so myself. You have a beautiful voice. Anyone ever told you that?
I have a horrible voice, but I can play a little bit of guitar.
No, yeah. you have a beautiful voice. I can't wait to sing at 10 grand. We're also going to be joined by the honorary secretary right now of the AICF. He's going to talk a little bit about the different efforts that they have going on for raising money and doing what they can to support those affected by COVID. Damn that COVID. All right, sorry. I'm going to hold back emotion right now. All right, here's what we've got. D5 was played. Let's see where we left off. As predicted, C4, A6, knight back. That was the line I was thinking we would get. And now D5 is even more effective because it has that support. After knight D8, there's actually several ways that White could approach this, but I think the main thing is you don't really want to let Black get E5.
But can Black not play E5 now?
Yeah, so no, it was Prague's move, so he took.
See?
And now it's all good things for White. If you can get knight to D4, you can also put the bishop on F3. The computer's saying this position is roughly equal because computers think about it like that is actually, I don't think, accurate as far as where this position's headed. Much better potential for White. And I think knight D4 will be played by Prague. And then either things on the queen side directly or even things like bishop F3 first, which also frees up the E2 square for another knight. So, okay, not a bad move. Knight takes E6. Mr. Lyons playing like a lion.
Can you think of the most horrible move here? Like, this is what I sometimes like to think. I like to challenge myself here. Instead of knight D5,
yeah.
What according to you is the absolute horrible move here? Like absolute, like the bar should be like -12 or something. I don't know.
It should be. No, Prague's doing great. Forget the bar. Sometimes remember the bar is there a lot like advice from advice from your dad. You know, it's totally optional. You can ignore it anytime you want, you know.
No, I was saying like sometimes I like to think of it like that. Like in Puzzle Rush, you try to find the absolute best move. Sometimes I like to look at a position and find the absolute worst move. I think even that helps your chess in a way. Like,
yeah,
there are multiple options in the last move to hang your queen, but I'm sure there is some move which is the absolute worst. Can you find that with me, Danny? Instead of knight D5, I think it is queen D4. Queen D4, I think is the absolute
queen D4 would be the worst move, or queen takes D6.
Maybe queen D5.
Queen D5. Okay. So
you want to try queen d5?
Queen d5 is actually might
Minus?
take the cake. I think queen takes d6 should be even worse. Let's test the eval
Let's
bar.
test
Ready?
it. Yeah.
I think it's even worse. Come on, all the way, all the way.
Oh my God.
Man, this is fun. Actually, I was just about to say, why are we doing this? But you're right. This is so much more fun than finding the best move. Let's keep doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Vish versus, okay, the Vish is winning, but let's try to find the worst move on the board. Man, his
Sometimes
position is so good, I can't even find a bad move. It's probably this move is the worst.
Rook a7?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Oh yeah, no, queen d4 is the worst. Found it.
There it is. Yeah. There should be a puzzle rush also in chess.com. Please try to add this also, this feature.
I love this actually. I was about to criticize you and say, what's the point of this exercise? But now I'm having a blast. Let's keep doing it. Okay.
All right. My turn. Wait, I don't see the. Okay, there it is.
What's
here
the
I think
worst move?
knight f5.
Knight f5. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, it's black to move, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's the worst move.
Knight f5 would be pretty bad. Minus 3.1. I think I can top that. Hold on. I think knight d4 might be even worse. Yeah. I win. Are you stabbing yourself?
No, I'm trying to open this coconut. Guys, please hydrate yourself.
What is that?
Why would you think I am stabbing myself? I mean,
because you had a knife and you were like, I've never seen anyone do that on TV.
Why? It's like I'm sending a message out there, guys. Please hydrate yourself. It's it's good for your health. Coconut water is the best, I feel.
Wow, this is good. This show is going to continue to go down. Okay. All right, we're going to learn some chess in the next game. Let's see. Here we go. The Vish. Ooh, this is instructive versus Dritman 13, Diamond member, 1500 rated. Okay, so Samay, this is a good pop quiz for you and your chess level. This is potentially the kind of structure you could get with your opening if when facing the Sicilian a6 line, white chose to play for c4. Because remember, one of the advantages of developing more aggressively in the center as black and the Sicilian is when you put pressure here, white has to develop in front of the c pawn. So just like if we're backing up, like one piece of footwork leads to a reactive piece of footwork, whenever black plays like these slower variations, white has the option for Maroczy bind style structures. So if we go to the, so then what could happen here, right? Like, I mean, there's a number of things could happen. Like here, the knight comes out, white gets d4, takes, black gets e6. And at some point, it's very possible you could get this sort of hedgehog style position where, if we take just a snapshot of the pawn structure and go to the live game, you've got white with a big space advantage, but black with a very solid position. So in this structure, what are you looking for as black? What do you see when you look at this?
I just don't know which pawn to move. So I would play a waiting move like h6 here and, try to just wait for my opponent to blunder. But I would be very afraid of f4 here. So yeah, even then I would still play h6 here actually. So or maybe a4, even trying to get them to take b takes on a4 and then go queen takes on c4. Maybe a4 or h6.
A4. Wait, but what's the other move for white or for black?
For black.
H6, yeah.
For white, I would definitely go f4 here, like with my eyes closed.
Okay, good stuff.
I'd go f4. So, my idea would be to bring out the rook f3, rook h3.
You're all in for checkmate.
Yeah. I just love to play active chess.
Yeah. Okay, so not a bad plan for white to play for f4. And h6 is an option, but actually in these positions, and in fact, I think that Dritman is aware of this plan. Usually when you retreat the bishop, you're actually trying to play g6 in some positions so that the bishop can come to g7, not just to like challenge white's long-term pressure, but G6 is sometimes a useful move to guard F5, in the sense that, if it, like, let's say the pawn doesn't go there, something random happens, it gives black options in some cases to shoot with E5 because there's no longer a knight F5. But if we're evaluating like ideas, definitely white is better here because all the breakthroughs that black normally has, B5, D5, and E5, none of them are really possible here. This is like a great Maroczy bind for white. White is in control of every possible way for black to change the pawn structure. And okay, so G6 is played. This is normally the idea. But I feel like Vishy might even be in a position to go all in with F5 here. This is going to be interesting.
How about G4 here?
So you can play G4. The only risk of that is now black goes in like all in mode. Like immediately what just like comes to my mind, if I can't get D5 in, is even a move like B5, because anything that opens the position when you play G4 and distracts this knight from defending can be tactically like really scary. There's probably something even better though, like what would it be? Maybe even just E5 actually, now that I'm here.
That's very complicated, no?
Yeah, it is very complicated. You have to be super careful with moves like this because,
in bullet, I think such moves really help you.
What?
In bullet, when you're playing bullet, some move like G4 can actually be very useful because then you can just play G5, H4,
yeah, in bullet,
H5, I don't know.
In bullet, I probably just play F5 here. I would love to find a way for the bishop and rook to have a party over here. Ooh, look at, he likes your move. I mean, not exactly rook F3, but he's sliding over for the attack.
And I love those bishops on B2 and B1 also.
Oh yeah, no, they're adorable. Beautiful. So you might
everything
even
is
see
ready
something.
For the attack.
This move also has a dual purpose, which is if the bishop leaves F8, D6 is a target. So you actually are also threatening to double rooks in a lot of these positions. And one common idea of F4 and these structures is to bring the knight back behind the F pawn now. So you've created this space, the knight comes behind the pawn, the rooks double, and suddenly E5 is on the agenda again. You sort of have reshuffled your pieces. A lot of this is just patience for white because you have such a huge space advantage. You can shuffle. And, you'll even see ideas like knight F3, knight G5. Maybe I'm going to play F5 and E5. Maybe I'm not, right? If you play H6, you've made another weakness and I'll back up. So just a lot of like shuffling to use your space advantage, being patient is kind of the key as white.
These are the things that I think of my rating like 1700. I am unable to still understand properly. I can play the opening and the end game a little bit, but the mid game is when I think I have to improve, because these things where you're saying this knight F3 and then knight G5 and provoke a weakness and all this, I can't really make such plans. I want to do everything direct. Every move should have like a direct, reason to do it.
It's I mean, honestly, what you're describing is something that at all different levels of chess understanding, like people struggle with. I mean, like in terms of like how I would approach some positions, it would probably also seem like sort of in a rush compared to, the world's best players. Like it's a very hard thing to do when you have an advantage, to understand that you don't have to convert right away. And half the battle, especially computers have taught us that almost every position is defensible, even when it looks bad. So like if you watch the world's best, like they're just very good at doing nothing, right? A bunch of really high class waiting moves. But I don't even know that Rook D3 was the best by Vishy, but he's playing a simul, right? And it also induces knight C5. So at some point he has to be careful here. And I'll be curious what move he plays next. If it's Rook D1, or if he does retreat the knight now.
Thank you so much for the $100. I couldn't read your name, but it started with STA or something. So
yeah, I forgot why we're here. We're here to raise money. We do chess shows all the time. Let's remind everybody what happens at $10,000. So me and Samay are gonna sing. We're gonna sing a song.
Yeah. During the talk, we made you guys donate your eyes, and with our singing, we're gonna make you donate your ears. By the end of the stream, we'll be donating all your body parts to Checkmate COVID.
If you missed it, you donated your eyes because you watched something that you wish you could unsee. some things in life you can't unsee. One of them is me twerking. Remember, if you want to unhear things, you're going to need to get us to 10K. And I think we do want Samay to sing. Don't tell him not to sing. He has a beautiful voice.
Hey, Koneru Humpy already drew a game. She drew a game. That's insane. Who drew a game against her?
Oh, let's do it. Humpy drew a game. Let me find her name.
That rhymed.
We'll bring up the board right now. We'll see what the draw was because I can look up her archive and see.
I mean, it's quite a feat to draw against Koneru Humpy. She's complete star.
Yeah, I must be mistyping her username. 1 second. I'm trying to find what her username is. Boo boo boo.
Nihal is just so fast. He's already won 10 games.
Yeah, Nihal is crazy fast. Honestly, that guy. As a guy, obviously you are their countryman. You've been watching Nihal and Prague since they were young, and the world has an opinion on this. If you had to pick right now, which one of them has a better chance to become world champion? Which one?
I mean, I think both of them, but I think Nihal a little bit more because I have streamed a lot with him, and it's like I'm biased a little bit. And he plays incredible chess. He has defeated so many great players, including Magnus in some of the recent events. So I think he's more. I tend towards saying Nihal.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, I hope he becomes the world champion in future. That would be great. After the legendary Vishy Anand, I think it is one of these youngsters only. There's so many actually very talented people. Gukesh is there, Prag is there, of course, Nihal is there. So a lot of promising Indian youngsters are there in the longer run to become the world champion someday.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Wow, I thought you were gonna like give like some politically correct answer and choose both of them, but you just went out and picked Nihal. So now I'm thinking about
that political correctness has not yet come to our country. We have more big problems right now. Like real problems.
I'm with you. I mean, I think that Nihal, one of the things about Nihal, I will say, is he is at this stage, he does show earlier signs of being more well-rounded. I think like the fact that he's super dominant at bullet, I know it's bullet and blitz. But I think a lot of what happens as the time control is faster is it sort of reveals talent. And a lot of coaches, I've had a lot of discussions with different chess trainers, and one of the things that the faster time control does, while it's not always indicative of all the skills for sure, and when you have a lot of time on the clock, that's where the highest level of chess is played. But we see at the even in the World Championship, a lot of things come down to rapid tie breaks, and blitz is always on the potential. It's always looming, and so you got to be able to be at your best with limited time on the clock. So Nihal's talent there and some of the faster time controls is a really good sign, because I think that as he improves just overall, his chess knowledge increases, right? He gets more experience. Those are things that you can't, that with practice, he's going to get better, right? But the talent is not something you can really measure. And so the fast time control skills, I don't know. I'm going to go with you and say that if I had to choose, I would say Nihal might have a better chance. And I'm not, I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them, becomes a world's candidate. But yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, guess what? We have a draw here. We have the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one that was drawn.
There we go. Humpy 1987. That's why I couldn't find her name. Sorry about that. I have like 125 games up right now. I was struggling.
Thank you, Anonymous, for donating $25 more. Who is this anonymous guy, man? He's donating a lot of money.
Anonymous, that guy's everywhere. It's the same guy, and he's always doing guy or gal or they, whatever they identify as. We will say that anonymous is anonymous. Okay, here we go. We had a Queen's Gambit. Humpy played mainline stuff. Queen c2, bishop d6, bishop d3. Rekharovka, nothing special. Everyone's just playing mainline stuff here. Really surprised this game ended in a quick draw. e4, e5, takes, bishop g. Oh, she blundered maybe. She played bishop g5 and blundered the h2 pawn.
And then what happened?
Bishop takes h2.
King
The
H1.
king moves. And I think just bishop e5 probably gets the bishop out and defends f6. So I think she just, it's an interesting simul strategy. I'm not good at it because I think, like you, I'm a little bit more of a wild card. As you said earlier that our personality is reflected on the chessboard, right?
Yeah.
And I tend to be a little more reckless and aggressive. And so if I blundered, I'm probably just going to get angry and not take a draw. But what ends up happening is the emotional energy you lose on a game that you're defending actually hurts all the other games too, right?
Yeah. That's how you want to tilt.
Yeah.
But wait, how did it end in a draw after this?
Right here. She just after knight takes f3, she just offered a draw, and her opponent was like, "Draw, I'll take it."
Wow.
So we have our first sort of nick in the armor that is this team of amazing grandmasters from India. So Humpy plays she plays bishop g5, which was a blunder of the h2 pawn. Anything else here, white is still better. Like h3 is a simple move. It avoids the tactics.
Thank you, Colin Costantino, for the donation. Sorry, Danny, I cut you off. Yes,
no, you're good. Keep doing that because I'm all over the place. But bishop g5 blundered h2. Her opponent took. Humpy decided, you know what? I'm just going to give you a draw. You earned it. And this is why, because after takes, and bishop e5, black is stealing a pawn, defending against the threat of double pawns, and just a little better. So
what is the time situation with all of these players? I want to know, because I think Nihal is probably around 40 minutes on his time. I don't know how much time must he have, because there's increment also, right? Vishy's at 23 minutes. Let's go other players.
I'm gonna follow her games right now too. 1 second.
Nihal is really playing fast. I want to see how much time he has on his clock.
Yeah, let's go pull up some of Nihal's games here. Here we go.
53 minutes. Look at this. He has 53 minutes on his clock.
He's got more time than he started with. Nihal has this like stare as a guy who's also been watching him since he was like 8 years old, playing on our site. And the first time he competed in the Junior Speed Chess Championship. I don't know if you know this, Samay, but we asked all of them as kids like what their fears are, and I'm pretty sure he said his greatest fear was spiders.
Wait until he sees you twerk.
What?
Wait until he sees your twerk. That'll be his greatest fear.
His greatest fear. He didn't even know his greatest fear. But yeah, Nihal said his greatest fear was spiders. I think, if I remember correctly. So hopefully he's overcome that fear, and as you said, maybe he'll have a new greatest fear now.
And in this game,
he's a focused kid.
Very focused. And yeah. He's too fast also. What's the scene with Harika's games? We've not seen Harika's games much.
Yeah,
right?
We haven't seen Harika's games. Let me find her.
Thank you so much, Saipo42, for donating $10. Guys, let me remind you, chess.com is going to match all these donations. Am I right, Danny?
Yep, that's right. Up to $10,000. And if we go past that, we'll just keep going. But we're
Thank you so much, Samay Danny fan, for $150. Wow, that's a lot of money. Thank you. It's all going for a great cause. Enjoy some chess, and do keep donating. Chess.com is going to match everything. So all the money I raise, chess.com is going to add that much money more from their account. So we're going to raise twice as much as money as you can see there right now. $7,900, around $8,000. So we actually have $16,000 already. So thank you so much.
Yeah. This is amazing. And by the way, and then we got a sub there from our boy Will. But yeah, shout out to the Danny Samay fan. That guy probably made his username just for this event. So that's an extra effort. I mean, unless that guy has just been secretly frustrated with a name, and you and I have never hosted a show together. So he's finally getting, the dreams come true.
Actually, I'm really enjoying hosting this show with you, because usually I get a little nervous because English does not come naturally to me. I think in my native language, but with you, it's like very cool and very chill. And after I saw you twerk, I think we have reached a new level of friendship, I think.
Then you realize like, I don't, my English is not very, very well spoken either. So we're on the same page here, man. And every level. And as soon as we're singing together.
Our twerk is on the same level. I can assure you that.
All right, here we go. We've got Elegance, RIKS. That is Harika Dronavalli's username. She's looking pretty good in this one versus Wordsworth. Wordsworth. That sounds like the bad guy in a future Downton Abbey episode. Wordsworth.
Sounds like a poet.
Hello, Wordsworth. What?
Sounds like a poet, actually. No?
A poet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a
Wordsworth.
poet, right? Whose name was Wordsworth, was it? I think there was a poet or a writer, something like that.
I just want to say, like, how much are his words worth?
Wow.
That's
deep.
fun.
How can Danny twerk and say these deep things in the same stream? Man, you amaze me. Look at this. Danny underscore something donated $20. Thank you so much. Danny's
you know what? Yeah. I think that's a worthy donation. That's about what it's worth right there. And all right. All right, let's talk about Harika's position here. A pretty good one. Bishop F8 was just played, which was key because Harika was threatened. Actually, did she just? No, she didn't miss an opportunity necessarily. Knight takes E7 was already an option. And after knight, I was wondering if there was a tactic here, but it doesn't actually work because at the end of the line, there is no knight D6 because the knight actually defends the rook.
Ah.
So that was the tactic that popped into my head. But anyway, she plays B4, which is a very good move. It threatens B5, and the bishop would just be hanging for free. So instead, Black plays Bishop F8, and this is where we stand.
Awesome. Thank you, Midbuy, for the $5.
Yeah, we're getting closer. Let's break that 8,000 here so we can get closer to our next goal. Remember, everybody, 10 grand. We're singing. We're singing a song. And which will be blackmail you can use against Samay Raina for the rest of your life, because at some point he's going to realize that he's going to go back to being a comedian, and this whole little like out of body experience you had as a chess streamer, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a distant thing in the past.
A sweet distant memory.
A sweet distant memory. Was it real? Anyway,
but sometimes
are you
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you excited that you got so into chess? I mean, you've now, you kind of jumped on the scene and became, one of the biggest chess stars in the world.
I mean, I'm very grateful that so many people liked me in my country, that they watched me and they subscribed to me. And I enjoy chess a lot. I used to play it as a child, but because my school had it, and I think every school should teach chess. I mean, not mandatorily, but they should be like an extracurricular activity. I mean, the school that I left until 6th, I had chess. In 7th, I went to a new school which had calligraphy. Who wants to learn calligraphy? I mean, I'm sure people want to learn, but I wanted to learn chess and all these things. So there was no chess in my school. So I left chess from 7th directly till I was in college. And finally, I started watching Agadmator's videos. And that's what brought me back into chess. And, COVID pandemic happened, and there I am.
It's crazy, man. It's a crazy, wild story. And, there's been obviously a lot of unfortunate. Oh, my God. Wait a second.
What
just happened? We've got another $10 donation there. We broke 8,000. No, I thought we did. We didn't, but we're almost there. But we're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we're actually going to have an interview with the honorary secretary of the AICF. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna talk about all the different things happening and ways we're trying to raise funds and provide support for those being affected by this global pandemic that I wish I could punch in the face. That's what I wish I could do to COVID. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. Our Checkmate COVID show continues. Thank you so much to all the donations coming in. We are now joined by the Honorary Secretary of the AICF, that is the All India Chess Federation, Bharat Singh Chauhan. Bharat, thank you so much for being with us, and we hope that the efforts are strong today, and we can do everything we can to help support those being affected by COVID. Tell us a little more about your role with the AICF and all the things that you guys have going on to do that.
Yeah, this COVID is affecting almost all the tournaments. A lot of people from chess community in India are dying and really suffering. So we decided to first address this issue before running any tournament. Actually, it's very difficult to run the tournament, even Asian Championship. We could not organize it even hybrid. So we have certain issues. So we started this Checkmate idea, and just one fine day, within a couple of days, we launched this. And I'm glad that people like chess.com, Samay, Raina, and a lot of people, Anand, all Indian players are supporting this. And it's a great thing that people are coming forward to support Indian chess community.
Yeah. Tell us, I mean, it's such a hard thing. Obviously, we're people are donating money today, and obviously those funds will go to a good use. But what else can people do to help those being affected, right? It's such a hard thing because when something like this breaking out, there's also lockdown, right? So if you haven't, people who haven't, been fortunate enough to be vaccinated yet, people are trying to stop the spread almost by staying away from people, right? So what is your role with the AICF? What else can people do in the community to help those who are being affected, other than opportunities like this and provide funding?
Apart from funding, we have 20 odd doctors who are supporting all chess community. They can consult for free, video calls, phone calls, and through emails. They can contact doctors. Of course, we have mental fitness trainers. You can always reach to them with your issues, and maybe we are going to add a couple more. Of course, we had issues with the oxygen, hospital beds, but at the moment, I think it's resolved for chess community. We are making sure everybody is looked after well, but this is hitting very hard to all India. I should say the word India is most affected, but somehow I'm sure we'll come out of it, and Indian chess community will emerge stronger.
It's so great, sir, that that day you had come on our stream and you mentioned a point how the community should help each other like a family. And can you just tell us more about that? How the AICF is helping the chess community and like a family?
Samay, as soon as we get a call, somebody is affected, we allocate one volunteer to them that speaks to them, speak to their family about financial things, about hospital requirement, the personal touch, because I think more than treatment, you require the personal talking, and make sure that just give them faith and confidence that we are with you. The chess community is behind you, behind you, and of course, a lot of players are supporting Anand, Humpy, Harika, Nihal, everybody, the youngsters, everybody has contributed financially. I think first time I'm seeing in my entire chess career that everybody is jointly coming and supporting this kind of event.
Yeah, well said. We've got five grandmasters, including the world champion himself, contributing efforts today. Tell us about some other things that are coming up, Bharat. As you said, this is something we all brought together very quickly, right? In cooperation with each other over the last week or so. What's coming up next for the AICF and other things that the community can get involved in to show support as part of this global chess family?
I think first thing, as AICF, our top priority is that we pass this time without losing any players get vaccinated to all the players on priority. We are already working with the Government of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and nobody loses because of money, the hospitalization, and of course, I think as soon as it is over, we have a lot of plans for a lot of chess events, a lot of we have World Cup coming, and unfortunately, we are unable to do the selections. First priority is definitely get rid of this and go back to the board and conduct our national championship, zonal championship, and the selection tournament for World Cup, and of course, the Asian Championship. So these are the immediate targets after this pandemic.
Makes sense. Well,
it's so good that there's someone like an AICF for all the chess players that day. Danny Bharat sir had also come to our stream that day, and he had mentioned this amazing thing that when someone's suffering, the best thing to have that time is hope.
Right.
And that is what AICF is doing right now. That in Hindi he has said "Hum hai na," which means that we are there. No, don't worry, we are there for you.
Yes.
And that's what I think AICF is doing, and that's an amazing thing. So many chess players that they know, God forbid, something bad happens also, that AICF is there for them. And thank you so much, Bharat sir, for doing all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
And right on that note, we had a donation from AICF OP, and let's hope that we can continue to provide all the support we can for COVID. As I think you said it great, Samay. The hope is what we're trying to provide here, and the support for people who need it. Last question, Bharat. You are the honorary secretary. Is your role generally very focused on these efforts, these COVID relief efforts, or and as you see that through, does your role take a back seat, or what are the other plans you have as part of your association with the AICF?
I think as far as pandemic, we want to take care of everything. And then a lot of listing is there on the priority about the conducting major events. If the world is open for the big tournaments, we want to have round robin tournaments and some official championships, because I think past 1 year, we are really suffering. And now it has become more worrisome because we are losing a lot of lives. So I'm sure we'll do our best to pass this period without losing much things, and then focus on chess.
Well, that's something we all hope for in the world, to get hopefully get through this whole thing together, and really appreciate all the things the AICF is doing. And let me remind everybody, while we have you again, one last time, what you can do to get involved, not just today, but in general. Go to go.chess.com/donate, and you can donate to the efforts here. And chess.com is matching the donations up to $10,000, and I believe we'll get there. We are well on our way. So thank you to all those who've donated so far. And thank you again to you, Bharat, and the AICF for everything that you're doing. And as we said, there's sometimes almost nothing you can do besides let people know that you're there for them in a hard time. And that's what the AICF is doing right now. So we appreciate it so much. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for chess.com also. They are doing a great work they are supporting Indian chess community in a great way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bharat.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. Again, we're going to reach our next benchmark of $10,000. Continue to have some fun with you. Just a little bit of motivation along the way, as not that we all need it, but as a fun benchmarks. And that's another one coming up. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we dive further into the games, check on the results, continue to raise money as part of our Checkmate COVID show. We will be right back. And we're back here checkmating COVID. Speaking of checkmating, Pragg and Nihal have both they're racing right now to who's going to finish first. I was going through all the games left, Samay, and thought that I thought that it was a bug or I couldn't see more games, but then I realized there's only one game that Nihal has left, and it's the one here. This is it.
He's so far. Like he has 50. He has almost double the time that he started with. Man, that's insane.
It's crazy. No. He's about to go 20-0. So Nihal is about to take the OP award of the day, if there is one.
Absolute beast, and he's clearly winning this one. And
yeah.
Ooh, why is this such a big blunder?
I think it's just going to be forced checkmate. White can even allow Black to get a queen and play A7 here. He'll probably play King E2. But oh no, wait. Oh my gosh! How is that a blunder? There's some way to draw here. What is the idea?
Does he under promote to a knight? Does Black under promote to a knight? Will that help? Please tell me that will help. It'll be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
No, I don't. I gotta hold Alt. Gotta hold Alt. I don't think it's that. I think White can get out with things like this. I think it's something to do with. That's a crazy blunder from Nihal, even though his opponent will likely not see it.
The bar fell down
A3, because the point is, if you try to go King E2, Rook A2, like something like this, I have F3 coming, and now like Black is winning.
Oh wow!
So
Danny's A2 pawn. Thank you so much for the donation.
What was it? I didn't even see it.
It's Danny's A2 pawn.
Oh, Danny's A2 pawn. That's great. That was my.
Yeah.
What was the
Is
A2
there a
pawn
reference or
direct
something?
reference to one of the games? Already blacked out. All right.
So
Rook
what did
A3,
Nihal play
King
here?
E2.
Okay.
Dude, this is. Oh my God, he's finding it. This is crazy. Actually, I mean, Samay was Nihal was completely winning here, but there was no reason. There was no reason after D2 to not just play King E2. This was just that was what I thought he was about to play, but he played A7, and now his opponent. Wow, what a weird finish this would be if Nihal drops a half a point right at the end. Because this is.
Thank you, Nishant, for the $25. And now look at Nihal. Nihal is. I think he knows he has missed something, and now he's thinking.
Yeah, he's real focused here.
It's like a beast who had his focus on 20 games, and now all of that focus is on one game. So I'm sure he'll come out of this.
Why is Rook B8 not winning? Rook B8, King F7, A8 Queen. It must be F3.
This is that classic meme template, he's probably thinking of other girls. Why is Rook B8 not winning?
Why is Rook B8 not winning? Okay, I think I have it. I think it's Rook B8, King F7. If A8 Queen, you play F3 check, King D1, and then it must be F2. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, Rook F8, and I guess White wins. So what's the draw? Oh, wait.
That's fine.
You can just take it and play F2.
No, then Black wins.
So that means the move after Rook A8, Nihal has to play Rook B7 check and then take. What a freaking... Dude, look at Nihal. He's like all focused now. He's like, what just happened here?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Best part is he has a lot of time. 53 minutes.
Well, this is one of the things that young players who play super fast learn over time. Obviously, it's a simul, and of course, if Ray Hans, we'll just say that's Ray Hans here, gets a draw, that would be an amazing thing, for this young person, likely from India, given the flag he's sporting. So it's not a bad thing, right? Everyone wins here, but the point is, if Nihal redoes this game, there's no reason not to just slow down a little bit. King E2 is easily winning, but he plays the move A7, and it's this sort of shocking. But this is almost unfair. The fact that this move is not winning is literally shocking. F3 check, and then if takes, you actually lose if you take the rook. This is bananas, man.
Wow. This is the beauty of chess. What happened in the game?
Oh, it actually, that's what happened. So it looks like rook a2 was played, a8 queen, and takes d2. Nihal's going to continue to try to win this endgame, but he has to win it all over now.
Thank you, Papa805 for the $25. $1,700 away from our next target of $10,000.
10,000, and then we're going to be singing. I can't wait. Can't wait to sing. Everybody, thank you for the donations. We're getting closer. At 10 grand, we're singing some songs, maybe more than one, but at least one that Samay and I have been, I would like to say we've been practicing. Should we announce our band? Is this where we finally announce that we have a band we're forming?
All right, there we go. It's a band, Samay and Danny. Sani Raina.
What would be our band name, by the way?
Almost
adopted.
Yeah, something like that.
Or almost family.
Almost family. There we go.
That's a great band name.
Yeah.
Almost family.
There we go.
Dude,
Almost family is a band.
I got so jealous when I saw your video with Mac, the freestyle rapping.
Oh yeah. Harry
that
Mac,
was awesome.
He's insane. He's a legend. I don't know how he does it. He's just a genius, man.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I could do that. If Samay wants me to come on his show, I could do some freestyle rapping too.
What? Can you?
I mean, I've been known to dabble.
Wow.
Okay?
So guys, at $9,000, can we have Danny do some freestyle? At
oh
9,000.
man, here we go. Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
At $9,000, only $700 away from Danny freestyling.
Oh my God, freestyle rapping. Okay, here we go.
Man, you have so many talents. That's insane.
By the way, apparently we are both Anish Giri's sons. So Almost Family is actually an ironic band name. It's an ironic band name because it's not true.
But no, I like Almost Family, man. Please don't take away my Almost Family from me.
Almost Family is a great band name. Shout out to Liquid Egg Product.
Yeah, it's gonna drop. Liquid Egg Product. Thank you so much.
By the way, look at this. So Nihal is not going to get the win here. Ray Hans has defended like a genius with no time on the clock, and he has held off the super grandmaster Nihal Sarin. What an amazing finish here, because this was just wild. It looked like a game that was moments away from Black resigning, and then and now here we are. Nihal that's not his happy face. That's not his happy face.
But I have noticed this with a lot of chess players. They don't have any emotion on their face. It's like a poker face when they're playing. Like they're not smiling when they win. They're not sad when they lose. Or maybe for a second they're like this, but then they get back. So that's a very incredible thing to learn from them. That even though if you have a bad day or something, you can still sleep on it and be like, okay, that's gone. It's okay.
Dude, Rap God just donated $250. He wants me to freestyle rap at 9,000. So
wow, only $300 away. Danny,
only $300 away. Insane. We're gonna get there. People want it. That's a little bit better than me twerking, I guess, if we're if we're keeping track. I don't know if anyone is, but I think that freestyle rapping just feels, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm already nervous. I don't even know what I'm gonna say or do. I'm gonna let it come to me.
Yeah, best thing about freestyle, you don't go prepared. Just say whatever you feel like in that moment. Of course, PG-13. So I hope you're thinking about good things. Is there any way that Nihal can play for a win here?
No, dude.
Any tricks? Nothing?
No, I mean it's at this point it's straightforward. It's amazing that he's going to finish. So we said it was a race to 20 wins. Nihal looks like he's going to finish all 20 games just before Prague, but he might be dropping a draw. Prague is now at 19 wins as well, so it'll be funny to see what's going on in his last game. Total crazy finish. Again, just for not that the chess is the most critical thing today, but for those just tuning in, what a wild finish. Shout out to the young man, if that really is a young kid. Sometimes people don't do their real pictures in their avatars. I've learned that, it's a sad world. But we're going to assume that this guy's telling the truth. looks like a young boy from India. This position was completely winning right here. All you got to do is play king e2. But really, this is, I don't mean it in any kind of like, you know, oh, it was so simple way. Like, this is super unlucky. Plays a7. It looks like it's over. But black has this crazy draw based on the fact that rook b8 doesn't work, everybody, because of f3 check. You can't take it because of the queen. And if after king d1 takes, you would actually lose if you're Nihal Sarin. So instead, you have to move the rook and go for this rook and pawn ending, which is essentially what he did and ultimately drew. Absolutely bananas that game ends in a draw. Let's go to Prag's last game. It looks like he is going to be the first one to get to 20 wins because I don't think he's drawing this game. Samay.
Yep. Rakesh, thank you for the $150. That's again Rakesh, I guess, from chess.com. Supports a lot of us here with the time and everything. Whenever we want some more time or anything in chess.com, we need to do. Rakesh is the man. So thank you so much, Rakesh, for being such a great help.
That's our director of content in India, also a super strong chess player. And Rakesh, you are awesome. And I'm slightly holding it against you because you're making me freestyle rap on purpose. But okay, it's for a good cause.
Today we get to see different sides of, Danny. Freestyle rapper, twerker, singer. I don't know what else we'll get to see as we reach higher and higher on these charity milestones. Right now, only $33 away from a freestyle rap from Danny Rensch. There we go. And can we just look at Vishy's game? I just want to see how he's doing on time because he's played lesser games.
Let's do it. All right. Well, we've got a number of games to go, and he's actually up on time in one of these games we looked at. Daniel Gould here. The real Greco. Remember, we were looking at that game. This is one that's a little nerve-wracking for Vishy here, Samay, because he's much better, but he only has 5 minutes on the clock, and he still has a number of games going.
Well, damn! Like, does he have 5 minutes total, or does he have 5 minutes in this game?
He has 5 minutes in this game, but a lot of other games are actually similar. I'm looking at it. He's got 6 minutes against Junior Jumper. He's got 6 minutes against Zaf D. So he's not in a great spot on the clock. So we need Vishy. Let's pull for Vishy. Maybe we just give him some more time. I mean, I don't make the rules around here, but I kind of do. So I do and I don't. I don't want anyone to be upset about not beating Vishy, but I also don't want Vishy to lose on the clock.
You take the call, man. I can only be the guy who says some weird stuff here and there. I can't take all these calls.
Okay, you don't want to be able to.
Hey, GothamChess! Oh my God, $10,000! Oh my God!
Holy crap! Holy crap! Did you really just do that, Levy? Even after I called you out for teaching people bad openings, you are an angel from GothamChess. Oh my God, he just donated 10 grand.
That is so sweet of him, actually. That's so sweet of him, actually. Thank you so much, Levy. That is incredible.
Holy
wow.
Levy, you are a god, bro. Dude, you just smashed the donation record. Dear God.
Wow. Unbelievable. Thank
you so much.
What
do we even do now?
Now, I don't know. We set new goals, but right now we have to listen to a beautiful freestyle from you, Danny.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say right now. Levy, you're incredible, dude. What a move. Yeah. By the way, again, just if you ever needed a sign, right? We're all in this together. Global chess family, global family. Levy Rozman in New York, coming through with a $10,000 donation, crushing our goals. We still got a lot of time left, but absolutely, Levy, you're the man, dude, and that's incredible. Wow. We're bringing the joy, the support. I'm about to go freestyle rap. I don't want to black out. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna try to do. Okay, GothamChess. Yo, he's the best. Yo, donating money. It ain't funny. Here with Samay Raina, now a chess player, no longer a comedian. He's here racking up wins. on
Ooh,
chess.com. Yo, it's the bomb when we raise funds
for your mom.
for your mom, everyone affected by COVID.
Yo,
It-
yo.
Yo is a no mid. I don't even know what else to say because I'm here rapping all day, spitting rhymes on the mic. Yo, the donations are tight with Gotham Chess bringing it. Forget the rest. We crushed our goals. We're here to roll way past 20 grand. Let's keep going and take a stand against this damn pandemic. Forget the rhetoric. Samay, Raina. I don't even know what to say. We're here. We did it. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more watching my booty shake.
Oh, no, man. You just ruined it in the end.
I ruined it. I ruined it right at the end. Everything was going great. I ruined it. Story of my
That
life.
was
We'll be right
insane.
back.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Guys, we're going to go for a quick break right now. What a freestyle by Danny Rensch. Completely killing it. That was actually very, very good, you know, and
Yeah.
especially in a spot like this, you nailed it.
I just had to go. The first line to hit me was Gotham Chess. Yo, he's the best. And then we just kept going. Anyway, we're going to be right back. Gotham, seriously, you're the man, Levy. We love you.
Yep. Love you.
And we are back here. Levy Rozman, Samay, Raina. I'm like literally goosebumps from Levy. That was awesome. It's just
that was such an awesome move. And I've seen Levy hustle it out on YouTube. I've seen his growth, like how he has every day consistently put out content, gained so many subscribers, gained so much love. He has taught chess to so many people, and it feels so good when a person of his stature comes back and gives back to the society like this. It is just incredible. That was a cool move. That's why I've worn these cool glasses in honor to Levy Rozman. You are so cool,
love it.
man.
Well said. And the guy is, obviously deserves all of his success. He will likely be the biggest chess, YouTube channel here by the end of the year, and he deserves it. I mean, the guy's a star, does amazing things for the community, and right there, that's like just something that just blows you away when someone reaches into their own, literally putting their money where their mouth is and supporting the global community with that.
We had done a sub battle recently, and he had promised that he'll be donating, but I had no idea he would be donating like this in this fashion. $10,000. That's a lot of money, and so many people will be helped with that money, man. Levy, you're just come here, Levy. Just join us, man. Just join us here.
The moment we went up here, you and I both grabbed our phone and we're texting Levy. I've got and I'm like, dude, what?
Don't you leak his number?
What?
I thought you probably leaked his number because my.
I was not going to show his phone number. It just says name.
All right.
It actually shows the last thing I sent him was three red hearts. It's adorable. Anyway,
what if you got a WhatsApp call right at that time?
All right, we reached out to Levy. He might join us. If we go back to some of the games, you see a lot of the results are coming in. No losses yet for our team of grandmasters. Prague was the first one to get to 20 dubs. Vishy just checkmated someone in front of us. Oh, the real Greco. That's cool. But again, the reason we're here is to raise money, to do what we can to push back. We can't physically punch this disease in the face. 1, because you shouldn't touch it. 2, social distancing. 3, not possible. But we can provide support and hope for those who are being affected by it. And Levy Rozman, along with everybody here today, thank you so much. Wherever you want to go, Samay, we can continue to bounce around to other games.
Let's look at Pragg has won all of his games. That's awesome. Let's look at how Dronavalli is doing. Harika Dronavalli, how is she doing on her time situation in her games?
Yeah, Harika's doing pretty well. She looks like she's about to get a dub here against Morphe versus Fisher. Great username, by the way, Morphe versus Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, Prague has already won all of his games. Nihal went 19-0 before a wild draw that took us to the moment where Levy Rozman blew everyone's minds. If you're just tuning in, where have you been? But we got this one here. This is a fun little how quickly can white get checkmate position.
Okay, this is gone. Can we look at another game which is still equal or something?
Okay, she takes the knight. Okay, now she has bishop c4 check, and
bishop
she'll pick
c4
up the
check,
rook.
and
Yep. Although fun fact, if bishop c4, king moves and then takes, the king is currently stalemated. So if it wasn't for this pawn over here, it would actually be a draw.
Oh, wow.
That's not going to happen, but just a fun little tactic to point out. The Vish beats Real Greco. He actually draws junior jumper. We can keep. Let's go to Humpy's game here. She's got an interesting bishop ending versus inspiring tomato. I'm inspired.
I'm still soaking in the fact that Levy donated $10,000.
I know, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, there's nothing. Levy just donated 10 grand. Let's get to 20 grand. Anything you guys want me to do, I will do at 20 grand. Okay,
gentlemen.
Hey,
yo, Levy's here.
Man, my man, Levy.
Hey guys.
Thank you, Levy. You're so awesome, man. You're so awesome. It was such a generous thing to do, man. Thank you so much,
Oh wow, we're on the big screen already. Hi everybody.
Your voice scared us, but Levy, dude, you're an angel. What an incredible thing you just did.
Me and Angel should not be associated in the same sentence, but No, I mean, first of all, I told Samay, like, we did a collab. How long ago was that? Like a week? And I said
Something
that
around there, yeah.
when you do this charity stuff, like I'll do it. I mean, it's awful what's going on there, and I want people to beat this disease and us never have to worry about it again. But also, I think the most important thing for me personally is the fact that, and I talk about this when I'm streaming, I feel like people who are chess creators who have had success the past year, and have not suffered from COVID or had any relatives ill, like we have to in some way give back, because to talk so naively like, oh, the whole world is suffering. Like, I don't think there's anyone who benefited more in 2020 than online chess creators, really, with Queen's Gambit. And I mean, our lives changed. So I think we have to give back the way we can. And what better way to do? I mean, I wish it wasn't to, a country in an emergency situation and maybe to like building schools or something, but yeah.
No, Levy, dude, well said. And I won't use the angel term then, but what you did was incredible and generous. And I think your words, are just, they hit deep. And you're right. Everybody in the the online industry, and particularly in the chess online industry, with what happened here, has seen the trajectory, the popularity for the game forever change, right? So it's weird to say you're incredibly, to be incredibly grateful for circumstances that are so unfortunate for so many, right? Obviously, but it did change a lot for those who are in the online chess content creation business, and to give back in this way is, super meaningful. Like you said, I think it's an incredible gesture, and should be what the chess community is looking to do in a lot of ways. It's one of the reasons we donated the way we did. And oh my God, Erik,
oh my God.
He came in at the break. After you did that, Levy, he came in at the break and said he was going to donate. I didn't know he was going to match your donation. So that's our CEO at chess.com from his own personal book. Just donate another 10 grand. We're crushing it, people.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really what goes into it. I do it because I want other people who maybe can give 5 or 10 to be like, you know what? Yeah, like I'll do this, leading by example. Some things I say, do as I say, not as I do. But in this case, I think do as I do is pretty good. Yeah. I get some flack sometimes, like last year I was tweeting about donating to charity. Some people do it quietly and they donate a lot. They don't say anything. But no, I'm a big believer in, like, you should put it out there. It's a great thing to put out. For all the negative comments that I screenshot and put on my Twitter, I feel like this, this is room as well. I found it insane, man. Like, I've been talking to an anonymous, very strong player from India who will go anonymous just because he might be helping me prepare for my upcoming tournament. And even he's been telling me, he's like, people there are like tweeting for support, for oxygen and all this. Completely insane. So yeah, hopefully it gets better and we beat this SOB.
All this contribution is definitely going to help a lot of people, man. And that is so incredible. All of you guys doing this for, India. It's fantastic. I'm just speechless. I don't know what to say. I just feel very grateful to you guys. It's incredible, man, how the entire world is helping out in such a time. It just shows that we're all one. And Levy, what you said about content creators gaining the most out of it and giving back to society completely makes sense.
Well, Samay was like a famous comedian. I mean, he didn't. Maybe for him.
No. I mean, COVID definitely, like as you said, it benefited chess streamers, and all we can do is help out as many people as we can. Yeah. Thank you, man, Levy. Please stay with us till the end of this show now. And
sure.
It'll be fun.
I'm a little terrified if I have to interview Vishy. I really I haven't. I'm just an online dude, Like I'm kind of intimidated, but I see he has one more game left. Is it one more game or
is it only one? Did he win all the others?
Yeah, I think he's got one more game. The donations continue to roll in, everybody. This is just incredible. Thank you so much. Levy here, Erik upstairs, and every single person, like you said, Levy. It's nothing. Just rewind the show that we've done and listen to what Levy said and what everyone has done here. Thank you so much. This is inspiring. Like you said, it's really unfortunate that there's only so much you can do, but at the very least, we're doing what we can, and it's been awesome to blow past our goals today and do what we can to give back. So there he is. What's up?
Where do I look?
Right there.
Hey, I just want to say, Levy, thanks for inspiring today. You were awesome. Samay, thanks everyone for putting this together. And we're hoping the best for everybody in India and around the world who are struggling with COVID. And, anyway, I'm just happy we could all put this together and try to support as best we can. So anyway, just wanted to pop in and say hi and thank you.
Thanks, man. And Erik is a huge fan of Levy. You can tell Levy now to his face.
That's true.
Oh.
He knows this. He's seen my DMs in Slack.
I don't know what you're saying. It's got to come from the horse's mouth. That I don't know what you're talking about.
Erik has told me you've become his favorite content creator, which is big to say. He's like, I have to tell you, Levy is my favorite. I'm like, I know. Okay.
I just bought the publication of that statement. As you see what I'm saying?
No, it's true though. Anyway, well, it's awesome. We're here at chess.com headquarters, and like I said, when Erik's upstairs, I'm not joking. And there he was, and I guess we'll continue to do some chess here. We've got Levy Rozman with us. We've got everybody with us. Let's reach 30K, everybody. We're almost there. Let's push it. We're almost there. I never thought we'd be talking 30K today, but then I should never be surprised by what the chess community does and how often amazing things like this happen. So
let me put some peer pressure on the other massive creators. Let's see what they bring to the table.
Let's do it. I love it, man.
I'm watching this crop in OBS, which they
That's
can't see. And
producing. He has to roll with it. We bring on Levy Rozman, and he's got to make a new scene on the fly, and he does it quickly.
Yeah, but they kicked you out.
Hey, I'm the low man on the totem pole here. That's okay.
Danny's a far better actual chess player than me. I play fast with the mouse, but also I'm mirrored. Whoa.
I think that's generous. You're going. You're competing again. Are you still planning on playing in June? I saw your tweet a little while ago.
Yeah, that's the plan. Tickets have been bought. Room has been booked at an unknown destination, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how the chess goes. I'm pretty excited to see fans as well.
Are you going to vlog the entire thing?
What?
Are you going to record
the
entire thing?
Yeah. I'll probably record mostly agony. You understand? When you win in a chess tournament, classical chess tournament, you go back to your hotel room and you eat McDonald's and you're just okay, next round. But when you lose, it's the worst thing ever. You contemplate everything, your whole existence, right, Danny? You just.
Yep. It's.
What do you mean, right, Danny?
Well, Danny and I are both, non.
I lose a lot.
GMs.
That's the thing. So I have got used to. No, but it is true. It's a very tough experience, honestly, to lose a game, especially when you've got your whole heart and soul on the line, right? Over the board chess can be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, especially you spend 4 hours on a game and you make one mistake, like that king move in Nihal's game, man. Imagine something like that in a game. Wow. Do you see that game, Levy?
No. What happened?
Some crazy tactic, and Nihal misses that one move, and then it becomes a draw. He was completely winning. It was a great.
Yeah, it was wild. I can show you, but it was one of those things where your opponent sort of luckily backs their way into a computer style draw, but one that, once it's on the board, you're like, wow, all this guy has to do is make the obvious moves and he's going to draw with this incredible resource. So shout out to everyone who's donating. I'm not calling out everybody, but thank you so much. We're almost there to 30,000. And
the crazy part is we were not even prepared for such a massive donation. Look at that green bar below. It was 15,000. That's it. We didn't have anything prepared after that. Levy comes in and just absolutely destroys that.
Now it'll be just green, and you can make small edits, and the bar will maybe expand a little bit here and there. I just saw the game, by the way. The way the swindle happened. It's good hold. Credit to
seriously,
to his opponent. Oh wow.
We have a mate there. We just had a Love You Levy username donated. Love You Levy. I think I wonder. There's been so many original names created today, Samay. It almost makes me wonder if we have a really generous. I don't know what's going on, but there's every time I feel like something happens, we get an original username and someone donates. So I'm like, is it the same person or is it just a bunch of people working quickly on the fly?
Probably people on the fly, I would imagine. People. There's all sorts of names out there. I know there's Levy's Chair. That's the OG.
Which is a great follow.
We had Danny's. I don't know what Danny.
We had Danny's. I think we can say it. Danny's ASS was a username. It was only worth $20, which is good to know.
Oh,
Not that that's a bad thing. All donations appreciated.
I'm sorry, Danny.
It's okay. Levy, did you catch my freestyle rap right after you donoed? I had to just Gotham Chess is the best. Forget the rest. I just went with it, and then we were spinning it.
It was good. It was
did
inspiring.
You catch his dance by any chance? Did you catch his twerk by any chance?
No, so I didn't catch that at that time of the day. I was still motivated to make a YouTube video.
I don't think you would have donated if you had.
If I saw it, maybe I would have donated more. I don't. It just would have been so. Okay, so is there a clip? Is there a?
I'm sure it'll be all over the internet after this game.
All right.
Oh, the twerking. Yeah, it's coming. There's a clip. There's like 7 of them. We gotta get some stuff about this charity onto onto Reddit chess, you know. Yeah, I mean, if your clip of donating 10,000 doesn't make it to the top of Reddit somewhere, we got something wrong in the world. I mean, this has been awesome, and we got more than 25,000 of you with us still on Twitch, and many more as well on different platforms from YouTube to Twitter. Thanks for being with us, and I don't even know what to say at this point. Levy, you took everyone's breath away. Erik coming through behind you, and everybody who donated. You've made a serious difference.
I didn't mean to kick you out. We don't have any three person. I'll head out soon. It's all good. I don't want to. I mean, Danny's just straight up off the screen now.
Yeah, I mean.
By the way, we broke 30,000.
You can fit right here.
Yeah, just put like.
I'm always here, watching, waiting, judging.
Oh, okay. I figured there was a 3-person, but yeah, I'll listen.
What happened to our song? We were supposed to sing at $10,000, right?
Were you?
Yeah.
Are we gonna sing a song together now,
Danny?
Supposed to.
My throat hurts. You know,
I mean, you might as well stick here. Samay's gonna lead the way, and you and I are just gonna be harmony.
Okay.
Samay, you wouldn't happen to have a guitar with you, would you?
I do. Yay!
Oh my God, that's so lucky. Oh
damn. All right, let's go.
We're gonna try to get all 3 of us back on camera here, and do that. So give us a second. Samay's gonna tune the guitar, and we're gonna sing together. There's probably only one song that would really help us in this moment.
Which song is that?
You know, obviously something like this, we're bringing the world together, doing what we can to do everything we can to fight something that, you know, we're all victims to, and we all wish we lived in a different world. We want to imagine that COVID never happened. It wasn't a thing. And I wonder if there's a song that could, you know, describe how we all feel as far as what we're trying to do as one people. So, Nate, what do you think? You got it for us?
I think I know what you're talking about.
This sounds really prepared.
It's not. It's actually not.
This whole thing seems scripted. What's going on?
All right, let's go. So let's do Imagine.
Okay, let's go.
You gotta join me.
I'm waiting.
Imagine there's no COVID.
Oh, there's remix.
It's easy if you
try.
No mask on our
Below us,
faces.
okay, never mind. Remix again. That was
Above us, only sky.
See, he's got the voice of an angel.
Yeah, he does. I don't even want to sing.
Imagine all
The people
living on
just
the streets. You may say that's it.
I think that was great.
I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Come join us, and the world will live as one. So thank you so much for this chance.
That was great. That was really great. Thank you.
Samay, it's the guitar. The guitar is gonna get you married. It's not the jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, the jokes are great, but that I didn't know you played guitar.
That was
A
sweet.
little bit. Thank you. Thank you.
You know,
What's,
if it was scripted, we would have polished up our lyrics a little bit, maybe,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
clearly weren't on the same page, but that's okay.
It's just freestyle, sir. It's just, bro. But you have to listen to Danny freestyling. I mean, Harry Mack just messaged me saying, "Man, I want to collab with this guy," and yeah, I just gave him your number. So Danny, expect a message anytime soon. He might ask you for some tips.
Damn. Okay. Danny, do you know who Harry Mack is?
Yeah. No, he's ridiculous. I watched the video of him with Samay, and it inspired me to do the freestyle rapping I did earlier.
It's actually not bad. It's actually good. I
Oh,
mean, I
freestyle.
think it was a plan. Danny first twerked and then did the freestyle.
Yeah.
So then we started appreciating the freestyle more.
Yeah. Anyway, we've think we've done a lot of things we're going to regret later. It goes on the internet. You can't take it back, but we haven't regretted the efforts here. Levy, we kind of trapped you into joining us. I know you probably had better things to do after making a $10,000 donation. Now we're making you donate your time too.
No, I'll hang out for like 10 more
We're
minutes.
almost done. We're almost done. We've got the Vish against Zafdi and L against Rix. That, of course, is Harika Dronavalli versus
Hey,
Valkovich.
is she losing in this game?
Oh, Vishy has actually like 10 games left. I was completely wrong. I see.
Oh,
like
he does.
Yeah, Vishy's got like 10 games left.
I gotta refollow the Vish.
Yeah, I opened one game and I was like, why is this taking so long? Why is he thinking on every move? And then I clicked follow again and boop, 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 boop. I think he has like 14 games.
Yeah,
So, that
okay,
kind of
there
makes
they all
sense.
are. You're right.
Was Harika losing the last game? You just showed a game in which she had a completely bad position, or was it this one?
Yeah, I think she's losing this one. Valkovich Haram is, well, maybe he's a little better than 1200. That's sandbagging, you know what, huh?
No, wait. Is she white or is she black?
She's white.
You sure
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
What's her username? It's
Hey, this can't be
Ionis,
true. How can a 1200 beat a 2400 like that?
we just had another $500 donation.
Wow.
A
There you
$500
go.
donation from Ionis AA. Thank you. That's huge. We appreciate it. Where are we going with this? I mean, I don't want to utter the words 40,000, but oh my God, Chess Bay 94 coming through with a $2,500 donation. Thank you, Chess Bay. Incredible.
I think we can.
Great to see you, and thank you so much for the support.
Yeah,
That's
we're going
awesome.
to the moon, as they say.
Are we still saying that? Elon tweeted, so we might be going back down to earth. But
Elon Musk tweeted?
he tweeted yesterday that Tesla wasn't going to take Bitcoin anymore, and it tanked. And everyone's like, "That's nonsense. He's just doing that to buy more Bitcoin."
Yeah, I would. Elon Musk is, well, an interesting follow. Seriously, thank you so much. We just reached 33,000. Thank you. We are, I don't know where we're going with this. Like I was about to say, do I want to utter the 4-0 word? Are we on our way to 40,000? That would be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That's Samay, can you talk a little bit about what this will look like? What's the most kind of important and pressing issue going on in India right now as it pertains to it's obviously not vaccine, it's more rehabilitating people who are sick, right?
Yeah, there's like no oxygen at all. And you know what's happening? The worst part is that people who have these devices like oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders and all, so they are hoarding these and they're selling it at a higher price. And the people just dying without oxygen. Imagine losing a loved one without, because you couldn't get them oxygen. That's the worst thing. And there are people who are selling it, but then people can't afford it because they're selling at 5 times the price.
Right.
So all these foundations, all these NGOs are trying to help them out. And the institutions that you have chosen, Danny, I'm sure you've chosen the right ones. They'll help them out, get oxygen and get beds. And there are just no beds actually in Delhi. There are cities which have completed this. The people on the streets without any help. And just lack of oxygen, man.
It's terrible. It's reading about some of these stories is like horrifying.
Yeah.
Like the slow process of losing air is just.
Yeah. So the stream that we had done, remember, Levy? So we are getting oxygen concentrators from abroad. We are shipping them. So I'm sure things like these can help people.
I hope so. I give I'm always like going on various political rants, but it's I'm very happy with, I'm not going to say anything crazy here. It's the chess stream, and it's a good cause today, but I was just going to say, like, looking abroad, it's so wild because for a long time, and Samay, I told you this, India was used as the kind of example of, oh, look, you don't necessarily need to, everyone's outside, there's no problem. So I remember I asked you on stream, like, how did it get so bad? Like, how did we not realize this? How did it get to this point? It seemed like so quickly. I mean, unless I'm missing
the second
something.
wave just hit like too bad. This is the second wave, and it's hit too bad. Like, earlier I used to open my Instagram, I used to check out my mentions. Like, we have this option where we see who was mentioned in our story. So I would be very happy someone has mentioned me in a meme or something. But now it's like I have like 90 mentions in a day. Everybody asking for oxygen, for plasma, for some kind of a medicine, something or the other. It's just too bad, man. But it's a lot of money. $33,000 is a lot of money, and I'm sure many people can be rehabilitated with this.
I hope so, man. I hope we beat this thing and have some giant rescheduled chess party somewhere.
Yeah,
we were supposed to have one, but
I've forgotten how it is to go outside and party.
I like to ingest certain liquids and dance, and I don't know if I'll and I just don't know if it's so hard to wrap my head around. Like, the past year has really beaten the extrovert out of me, and it's I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I feel like we're all three of us are pretty extroverted, and
but I'm like, I was always living in this lifestyle only because I go out, I do my shows, and then I come back home, and that would be my life. But now that I have forced inside. I wanted to go out for an hour at least, do my show, come back and chill. But now I miss going on stage, cracking jokes, making people laugh, and all of that stuff. I miss all of it. And I know that's like least of the problems right now. The two big problems people are facing.
No, it's hard. It's hard. Even the small things. I'm getting pastier and pastier every day. I think the last time I got any vitamin D was like I don't know, like a full year ago. There was a period of time, I think maybe like a month or two ago, I got motivated to get healthy, and I went running a few days in a row.
Yeah, you and I had a couple phone calls during that time.
Yes,
I remember you like in your AirPods, like trying to get Bluetooth. We're all prisoners to wireless Bluetooth these days.
That's a long gone thing. I haven't ran and by the way, this game was a draw on the screen.
Yeah, very weird.
Ended up I just saw that. I'm looking at this bar hydraulic pressing here, and
yeah, it's a little awkward there. The Valkovich Haram had a winning position, but not able to convert, or just happy with a draw against his famous grandmaster Simul giving opponent. Who knows?
What are the scores looking like right now? Has anyone lost a game? I wonder.
I don't think so. We could go back to the scoreboard here real quick. We'll just flash it, and we'll just bring it up real quick. Levy takes a quick back seat. We see the scoreboard below us. No losses for anyone, which is cool for the Simul givers. Again, not that anything really matters beyond the efforts that we are all here to support. But now it's down to just Vishy. Remember, Vishy, the champ, was taking on 25 people, not just 20. And it might be showing here a little bit. He's got a more than 10 games still going, if my math is correct. And not any of them is he not under time pressure. So this is, I'm just looking at this game right here against Charles 693. Again, not that the chess is super critical, but it is part of what we're here to do together. And this is not an easy end game, right? How do you play this position with 4 minutes on the clock and you've still got 10 other games going? This is not going to be fun for Vishy. We might see some losses. That's my point.
Here we see a bishop pair, right? So, can you guys tell me how to take the advantage of this bishop pair here?
I'll let Levy take this one.
Levy, please tell me.
It's actually funny. I was preparing a bit of a segue into the fact that like the Indian youth is just insanely talented and underrated. And I was going to but then I realized that that's an English flag. And I also realized this is not just the Indian grandmasters playing Indian participants. Like I saw Nihal, the game he played was against a younger Indian player, but okay, this is just totally global. Got it. But I was just going to quickly say that in the Czech Republic 2 years ago, because nobody played in 2020, I was up against a kid who had gained 150 points in a month.
Yeah.
And he's now like 2450. And I think he was the highest rated like 11-year-old in the world. I'm talking about Rahil Mulik. I don't know if we'll be hearing about him in the next year or two, but that was not a very fun game. That whole game, I thought I was winning, and then I lost. And when I got back to the room, it turned out he was winning the whole time, and he knew better than me. And
it's like turning on the game report after you thought you played something brilliant,
yep,
and seeing like, oh my god, that was actually not a brilliant move. That was a blunder.
Really mad, like the whole walk back to the hotel. I was like, oh, I definitely missed something. I'm so stupid. And
Right.
It's just turned out that like I sacrificed the pawn. It was kind of dubious. He defended perfectly, and I suck. But I knew that before the game started. So
Right.
Same conclusion. You asked about bishop
Bishop pair
pair.
advantage. I mean, I can never understand that concept. I try. So
Well-
here I see it's like a bishop pair versus a bishop and knight. So is there any way white has an edge?
I would
This is
say
not easy to.
yeah. Here it's less about bishop pair, and I think more about it's the end game. So, what's weak? How can we activate our pieces? How can we target weaknesses? There's a long-term threat of bishop e3, bishop takes b6, and then push the a pawn. But I'm drawing arrows on my own screen, and I just realized that we're not using. I'm so used to it, man. But I think black can just create a blockade.
Yeah, I think this is one of those positions where the eval bar says something. Samay, I know you just made fun of this point earlier before Levy joined us that people say the bishop pair is good, but there's always a but in chess. But there's this, but there's that. This is like the bishop pair is good, but where are the targets? What's the plan? And actually, if your best plan is to trade the bishop for the knight and go to an opposite bishop ending, the engine will forever say white is better, when in reality, there's no winning chances in an opposite bishop ending. And so I actually think that this is going to be a draw. This is probably time for Levy to go, actually. We've had a wild ride here. We just had another $333 donation, by the way. OMGs or snaps. We're about to get 35K.
Wow.
I saw that. I also, every time I toggle back to our Zoom screen, I'm always big screen. I'm always like biting my chapped lips, and or like my nail or something. It's like really bad. I'm not used to being interviewed in any degree of a formal setting. I'm always just on stream where I can look like a person that hasn't showered in a week. So I apologize. But
no, dude, you came through today. Thank you so much for also joining us after your donation. You gave everything here to the chess community. And I want to tell you, Samay and I were talking about you before. I mean, you mentioned obviously a lot of the chess creators, seeing a lot of growth this year, the Queen's Gambit COVID, but I don't think anyone deserves their success more than you do. I've known you now for several years, and it's been, for me, an amazing joy to watch you skyrocket. I just want to tell you that. And I don't even know what to say besides thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know that I speak for Samay as well. I'll let him say it. This is you really helped make the day today for everyone. And just awesome, man. Awesome.
Well, Danny was the one that called me in May 2018 and kind of invested fully his hopes in me. So it's amazing to see 3 years later where chess actually is and where all of us are as creators. He also was trying to convince me about Alexander Botez back then, which is really funny. But that's we talked about that on the show we did with Hikaru and everything. But it's crazy like how far chess has come. People like Samay just pushing it. Where obviously where he's from, which is India. If somebody watching just somehow doesn't know that yet, and yeah, I'm a New Yorker. I speak my mind in spots that maybe one could be slightly more politically correct, but I will just kind of put a little bit of pressure on some of the other amazing chess creators that we have. Like just tweet more stuff about charity or like awesome social initiatives, because the truth is none of us would have been here without the pandemic, and none of us would have been here without the Queen's Gambit to the degree we are now. So find ways to give back, whether it's through chess events like this one or just in general, and pay it forward.
Well, you heard it here, Levy. Appreciate you, and I got nothing else. I think we're gonna let him go, Samay, and
Levy, see you soon. And
40K guys, 40K. I believe in the community. Let's do it.
let's do it. We're gonna get there.
40K. We'll get a 40K. And Levy, thank you so much for joining us. And
Samay,
thank
you're
you
the
for
best,
replying
man.
to all my messages, even after your 900,000. And I hope you reach 1 million soon. Have you already reached 1 million, by the way?
No, I have 934.
He's almost there. He's almost there.
Guys. If anybody here, of course, everybody has subscribed to Levy on YouTube, but if anybody has not, do it right now. Let's get our boy to 1 million. Let's get him the gold
Thank you.
button, and he deserves that completely. Putting out content every day, that quality content is not easy, man. So Levy, just kudos to you, and thank you so much for how you just changed the entire vibe of this charity stream by donating that much money. So thank you, man. And what you said completely makes sense, and you're awesome, man.
You're awesome. Both of you are awesome. Thanks for putting this on. It's funny. They asked me to move my chess TV time. I had chess TV when this was going on, and they were like, "Hey, man, we gotta like give you an extra hour somewhere."
I think I remember when Chris pinged you about that.
I was like, "Yo, dude, bro, come on, man. Like, you think I get to take the morning off, hang out with my girlfriend? Like, it's fine, you know." And then obviously, I told Samay that I would support the cause. I didn't realize he was doing a big, kind of official event. But yeah, guys, let's keep at it, and hopefully the next collab we do, it's not in the form of a pandemic crisis. It'll be slightly more fun, more positive, I should say.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Have a good one, and don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back. gentlemen, we are back here again, checkmating COVID today, quite literally.
$34,000 have been raised. That is insane. Let's say, guys, if you can reach 40,000, what do you think, Danny?
Why not hit 40? I mean, and if we get there, we'll keep going. While we were gone, there were multiple other large donations. Apologies if you donated and we weren't here to shout you out. Shout out to the YouTube dono that came in too for 100. I know that doesn't always show up on the main alert here.
Shivan Vaya, shout out to you, man, on YouTube. Thank you so much for donating. Yeah, you're right. It didn't show up over here, but then that you donated 100 pounds. That's incredible. So thank you so much. It's all going for a great cause, guys. Keep donating. We just had Levy donating $10,000, and what a sweet guy. He came and he shared some of his thoughts with us. And now we're back to the games. Only 3 games left with Vishy, right?
We've got a few. So we've got the game here we see on screen.
He's playing 25. Sorry, my bad. I thought he's playing 20.
Yeah. So we've got the main game he's got going, or the one that we're following where his opponent only has a minute. But we've also got a game versus Wide Zesty Pawn. First of all, just great name. ADO 406, AD 0406. Maybe just AD 0406, maybe a birthday, just I'm translating here. Some interesting games. Zaf D was one that we were following earlier. Zaf D is playing well. Anyway, we can go to any game, but again, like you said, the main thing here is we had really some just incredibly generous gestures today. 2 donations coming in at 5 figures there, and some great 4-figure donations too, and just everybody contributing. This is incredible. And let's get to 40. I know it's a lot more to go. And everyone, it's but why not, right? It's not much more to go where we've already gotten, right? And maybe we can change that front number there from a 3 to a 4 in the last half an hour of the show. Let's see if we can do it. If you're just tuning in, it's been an incredible day, and we are doing everything we can to provide support to those in need in India right now.
And this is the only game in which Vishy is equal, right? Every other game he's winning.
I think so. He's better in this one, though. It's a little bit crazy. He's definitely winning moments from winning against Wide Zesty Pawn. ADO 406 is also very close. This is a knight endgame, knight versus bishop, where he's arguably even a little bit worse here because the king's position is so much more critical than the minor piece imbalance. Here's a winning king. Go ahead.
No, nothing. I was just 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5. Why is such a big advantage to white if white is only a pawn up
in this pawn ending? Yeah, but it's a majority that's pretty easy to convert in the sense that white is so much further advanced than what black can do over here. In fact, as ugly as these pawns are, they're actually fine from a defensive standpoint because there's really no way to make progress without offering some sort of trade, which is just easy. Easy to push back. We got a rook ending. This should also be easy. 2 pawns are better than 1. So really the Zaf D game and the ADO 406 games are the 2 where Vishy is going to really try to prove his worth as a world champion. And we've got him on camera there below us. I think he's sporting a chesskid.com shirt. That's cool. Vishy does a lot of stuff with Chess Kid and things for kids.
What is Chess Kid, Danny? I have not researched much about this. Can you tell us a little bit about Chess Kid?
Yeah, what about it?
Can you tell me a little bit more about Chess Kid so that so many people who don't know about it might know something?
Yeah. Chess Kid is it's social networking free, which is huge, right? It's completely safe. And when we mean that, like, everything, not even sort of, it's monitored closely. There's no UGC, no user generated content. So it creates a super safe environment where you can put your 5-year-old in front of it, walk away. You're not really worried about them even accidentally coming across an inappropriate avatar, right? Everything is super safe. So that's the main thing. And the other thing is it just does a lot to work with schools, organizations directly to provide just massive amounts of memberships and access at a huge discount. no advertising, and so it is chess.com's scholastic extension, but those are the main two things. Is it's really just about growing chess for kids. You know, the memberships are $1 a year for a premium membership when bought at like enterprise pricing. And so school districts, organizations are just, you know, spreading Chess Kid memberships to the masses. And Vishy does a lot of things with Chess Kid. He's been kind of a partner for Chess Kid for several years, and he got into it in a super organic way, which is super fun, which is basically his kid is a huge fan of Chess Kid. And so when his son started using the site, Vishy and Aruna were pretty easy to talk to and convinced to start doing stuff with us at Chess Kid. So anyway, but it's a scholastic extension of chess.com. Go ahead. What?
I started teaching my dad. My father really likes the fact that I play chess because he, considers it as a very noble sport. So this child also, when I used to play any other video game, I think he would scold me. But when he would see I'm playing chess, he would be very happy. So now, when I had gone back last year to meet him, he wanted to learn chess. So I took him through these chess.com lessons and everything. So he started playing, and and now he's not very good at it, but he's learning these end games and how to promote your pawns and all of this stuff. Little bit of the opening. There's a learn section in chess.com. That's where he started learning. He forgets things, but I hope someday. This is my dream. I hope someday my father beats me in chess. That's my dream.
Most people, it's the opposite. They start out learning chess and eventually hope to beat their dad, and then maybe go from there. So that's awesome, and it's funny because it does show that it is one of the best things about chess, right? It sounds cliche, but it literally is. It's age blind, gender blind, race blind, religion blind. I mean, chess is its own language and culture, and you literally have, small kids being better than 75-year-old, adults, right? And you can learn it at any age and keep playing it. A mandala with $150. You just got us over $35,000. Again, we're there. We're rocking it. We've blown past expectations. You can see we have crushed the $15,000 goal by 20,000, and we might as well keep on going, right? Let's Forrest Gump this thing. Let's just keep on running to 40K. Let's go. If Vishy finds a way to win this thing, look at Rakesh, dude. Rakesh just gave me $1,000.
In this position, is there any edge to white?
A little bit with the past G pawn. In fact, now that the king f5 was just allowed, huge. But Rakesh, dude, Rakesh has donated more than $2,000 today. I'm pretty sure, with all the different $100, $250, now $1,000. Rakesh, we know this event was very much. I'll give a shout out to Rakesh. Very much, very much Rakesh's baby in regards to the chess.com staff, and helping organize a lot of the logistics, bring everybody together, connect us with the right people at the All India Chess Federation. So Rakesh, you're awesome, man. We know this means a lot, of course, as it does to everyone. And thank you for everything you've given.
He donates a lot in all our charity streams as well, and he always is there. Like sometimes at late nights we're doing a stream or something, he's always there to help us out. So Rakesh, man, thank you so much. And thank you so much for all the donations.
To answer your question, I think it was closer to a draw when we were in a position where the white king didn't really have access. But I think that Zaf was worried about things with the check and the E5 pawn hangs. So he tried to defend actively, but allowing the king in is probably, now Vishy's idea is he's going to come back and corral this pawn, right? So like if E3 discovered check, he plays here. And if you can win this pawn without any problems being caused here, now this pawn becomes a decoy where it can actually make this king run away, and maybe white can use that as an opportunity to win on this side of the board, either with the king or the knight. So, kind of typical outside pass pawn tricks. Very often it's not the fact that pawn becomes a queen, but that pawn becomes the decoy that wins you the game on the other side of the board in some fashion, right? Where you can't both hold a blockade and stop the pawn. So I'm going to bet Vishy does go on to win this game now that we've seen this. So let's go back to the other game that was super close.
I just had a doubt. in that game. Why did he not go ahead with the king, like king f6 here, like in the previous move when he played e4? Yeah. Here, why didn't he keep pushing the pawn like g6? Because that pawn on e file cannot promote anyway because the knight is guarding the e2 square. So why didn't he just keep going ahead with the pawn?
I think the idea is after e3, and if you continue to go, the black bishop can stop the pawn from advancing.
Ah.
And now here's the problem. It's hard for the knight to make progress without the e pawn. We always say that the knights are the worst pieces at stopping past pawns because they can't both attack a piece and defend the progressing square. It sounds really simple, but it's actually really important to like imprint in your brain because almost every other piece can do it. Like a rook can attack a pawn and defend the square it's advancing to from both behind and in front. A king can attack a pawn and defend the square that it's advancing to. And so the problem with a knight is you have no ability to both attack and prevent the progressing square. It makes them basically, I always use the term a donkey when it comes to defending past pawns. So Vishy's move is actually kind of smart. He sort of enticed this pawn forward. And now before this guy gets too far, he just backs up and he's going to corral the pawn and then go back to the idea of winning. Does that make sense? With the
Yeah, now it makes sense. And this concept is very, very new. I've never heard of this, so I'll remember it throughout now. So so he's winning this game. Let's have a quick look at how Humpy and Dronavalli are doing.
Yep. Shout out to all the donations continuing to come in here. We're over 36,000. Right as I say that, Big the Bat donates $64, a very chess appropriate donation. Thank you so much. Okay. Where we at? I got this one up.
All right, this was a very interesting looking endgame. I like the design. Sometimes I look at the board and I'm like, what a design. Let's just end the game here. Let's just draw.
Yeah.
And let this be forever.
I want to remind everybody that if we reach the 40,000, we have indeed raised 50,000 because remember, chess.com is already matching $10,000. We put that as a soft goal to make sure we at least reach that. We always want to match whatever chess.com is willing to donate as a company. We've blown past that due to the generous support by everybody here. But remember, we already have $10,000 from chess.com, which is not listed on the bar. So if you can get us to 40,000 community, we will have raised $50,000 in Checkmate COVID. So that's my final call to action. Let's go, right? Let's do this. If we get to 40,000, we will have raised 50,000.
Thank you, Sri, for the $100 helping us reach that milestone. You know, Danny, I was saying about this position. Sometimes, you know what happens in my game? I look at a position and I see it's aesthetically so good looking. Like, look at that pawn structure, the entire ring. And then I don't want to disturb it. And then I just want to keep it like that. And yeah. And then I make blunders, I think.
It's not wrong. I mean, sometimes pawn structures should be kept perfect. The problem here is we're talking about this king and pawn ending with the knights and bishops, right? Making sure we're talking about the same one. The problem is how you make progress if you don't change the nature of the position, which is that you're limited in terms of access points. And really your only real target is the G6 pawn. So that's kind of what he's going to do here. Although this is a creative idea.
But can he not defend by bishop?
What?
Bishop F8?
He's going to bring the knight here. If the bishop comes back, now maybe there's an idea to sort of... No, frankly, with best play, let's just call it what it is. With best play, this probably should be a draw. I mean, really, there should be a way for black to defend both G6 and A6 respectively as weaknesses. But the knight is very tricky. And we'll also say this. If you go to the wrong king and pawn ending, you could lose this position as black because white's king is now more advanced. So there are certainly tricks here for Vishy to try. The question is, what can he really swindle with no time and with a simul going? He did win a couple of other games. We'll just show you the final positions. He took down the game versus Marco, took down the game versus wide zesty pawn. And we're taking down more donations. Remember, everybody, we're at 36,000, which means we're at $40,000 respectively, as chess.com is already on the hook for another 10K. So if you can get us to 40,000, we will have raised 50.
And sometimes I think about it, it's so incredible that we can just sit in front of a computer in our chairs and help people out there like this.
And I'm not ashamed to offer anything else. We've freestyle rapped, we've twerked. If anyone has an idea of what I'll do at 40,000, whatever you need, I don't know. My body is an instrument.
Do you work out?
What?
Do you work out?
Do I work
I-
out?
Yeah.
Pretty every day.
So like, let's say if we reach 40,000, how many push-ups do you think you can do?
Max, and what's the rule? I'm not allowed to break.
Yeah, you can't break. You have to just keep going.
Can you stay in like a plank position, right? As long as you're in the position,
Yeah, that you can stay.
right? I don't know how many I could do straight. Danny Hot Tub, 40K.
All right, we'll find out.
They want hot tub. We can find out. I can do a lot, but again, push-ups are really hard because it's eventually you hit a wall and you just can't do anymore no matter what.
I can barely do 2. You know, I'm so unfit. I want to get fit, and I start doing the push-ups with the wall. Actually, I saw a video on Reddit which taught me how to do push-ups because my trainer believes in me. You know, he thinks that I can do everything, so he directly asked me to do 5 push-ups. I can't do that, so I'll actually start with the wall and then slightly go down, 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 and then finally
Right.
maybe one day I'll be able to do a proper push-up against the floor.
When you said push-ups on the wall, I thought you were saying handstand push-ups at first, and I was like, those are rough. We do handstand push-ups in CrossFit, and that's a rough one.
Oh my
By the
God.
way, again, shout out to the last couple donations. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're gonna do this. We got this. $50,000 coming.
Thank you, Amir, for the $50 donation.
Vishy is making tricks here against his AD 0406 opponent. We'll quickly let you know that all these other games. Oh wow, not a stalemate, right? It's Vishy's move. Okay, it's Vishy's move. Whew, that would have been wild. Every other game looks like it's on the road to victory. This will be an instructive one if and when Vishy converts this with the extra pawn against the king.
Here, the only problem is bishop f8 is defending that g6 pawn, right? Otherwise, how do you attack here? There's nothing to do. Okay,
Yeah,
can you go for something like a knight e5 with the idea of f3?
Yeah, I think that is actually what's going to be needed. Because one of the ways you try to calculate, to win a position like this for advice for those here for the chess instruction is before you just start considering next move or look for tricks or you calculate variations, you have to like take your foot off the gas and just pause for a second and consider where you're going. And often what happens in time pressure is people fail to do that. The problem I'm struggling here is that even without time pressure, I'm struggling to visualize the position where white even is winning because like I play imaginary chess. If I put my knight here and it's black to move, like there's still plenty of ways for them to, like I could say if the king moves, I get in. And if the bishop moves, I win the pawn. But if my knight's there, the bishop will always have this diagonal. If my knight's here, the bishop has this diagonal. And even if I could say pass there, the king can actually move because in that position, I'm not threatening to bring my king in because the knight would be hanging. So often the way you win these endgames is you visualize the goal and you say like, all right, even if it's not forced, at least I can imagine a position where if my opponent blundered, there is a win. All I have to do is trick him into not realizing that there's a threat. There's this long-term threat of if my king gets here and my knight gets here, I win. The problem here is I can't even imagine a position that's winning for white. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to put black in Zugzwang here.
Yeah. Can we look at any other game which is more dynamic than this?
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Shout out to that $100 donation. We're almost at 37,000. That's our next goal before 40. The Vish beat Kicker 30. So that game's done. He's going to win this one here.
Yeah, it's all over. 2 pawns.
Any questions on how to convert this or?
No, this one I can convert.
Okay.
You just go c4 there, right? c5.
Yeah. Well, we've got another $100 donation right there, by the way. Again, the only way you could mess up a position like this is you don't want to push the pawn so aggressively that your king has nowhere to hide from checks. Like, it'd be very hard to mess up, but there are weird positions where, okay, I'll just give an example. Like, if something happened where you checked and you actually, like, you had to run away so far that you left the pawns behind, Now there's moves where the pawns get attacked, for example, and you're actually drawing. So it's a shocking point, but it could, worse things have happened where you basically mess up by bringing your king the wrong direction and you leave the pawns to no defense. So often the best way to do it is kind of how Vishy has it here, which is make sure your king always has an umbrella, right?
King
Something to
C5.
protect from the rain of checks, and advance the pawns together, but always keeping your king sort of shielded potentially. The separation is really key in that regard. So anyway, at this point, King C5 is easy. But
Hey, thank
actually,
you
I'll
for
show a weird way you
$250,
could
Samay
actually
Open.
almost draw this. Like this could be, I guess it is still winning because you could actually work here and eventually,
Maybe just go bring the rook in the middle. Rook, yeah.
but you just have to be a little careful. That would be the only way you could mess this up, is getting your king too far away from the pawns and not being able to shield from checks.
But it's incredible how some of these players are holding up, against these legends. Like that game, which is still going on with the knight and the bishop, holding a position against Vishy until those many moves is just insane. Even this game, for example, Zaf D, 2008 player, holding up a drawish endgame.
Yeah, playing incredibly well. This is going to be really hard to hold, even if it is objectively a draw. I think that Vishy really has great chances here. But this one is the one that I really give a lot of credit to his opponent. I don't see a way for Vishy to even, to even create the swindle, By the way, again, we're getting closer to 37,000. We're at 36,822. We're getting there. Remember, we've already raised more than $46,000 with a $10,000 matching donation from chess.com. So thank you to everybody. If you missed it, we had some incredible moments today. Two $10,000 donations. Levy Rozman, GothamChess, changing the game and inspiring the masses with his appreciation for what's happened for chess creators this year and his willingness to give back. Erik, the CEO of chess.com, matches his donation with $10,000 from himself personally, in addition to the $10,000 coming from chess.com as a company. And then we've had a ton of incredible donations, donations of more than $1,000, and it's been awesome.
I think it's going to be a threefold repetition anytime soon. It must be so tiring not to be playing these kind of end games in a simul, a bishop and knight, because my head is like still unable to process this. Playing 4 or 5 games like this must be insane.
Yeah, but he did play your F3 idea, and that's the only way to win, is to change the pawn structure somehow. Create a dynamic where the king can't just sit because there's too many other ways in. Again, the problem is objectively it's still a draw, but that's the only chance. I think White's going to win this one.
No, win this one.
If you can put the knight on d4 with check, and the king has to move over to the b6 square to guard, then the king can get in. And then you sort of rinse and repeat the idea. You bring the knight around to like d5 with check, force the king to move again from the c5 square, and now you get the king to c5. And once the knight's there and the king's on c5, you relocate it again to hit the pawn here. Now, in theory, even if you do all that, there's probably a way for this bishop to guard the pawn.
Why is there always a but in chess, man? Why is there always a but in high quality chess?
Because chess is hard, man. Chess is super
so
hard.
It's so hard.
It is. But again, at least you have remember I talked about just setting these goal positions and then considering the moves of how you get there. There's multiple goal positions here that you can kind of build your house on. You build a ladder, and now already we see, like, we're going to get this check. King has to move. The king's going to come in, and we're going to see the plan I talked about. The knight will relocate itself to force the king away, either to d7 or d5. It'll find a square. The king will get in closer, And then eventually, then the real key is to get the knight to c7, because from c7, you can check and hit the pawn no matter where the bishop is, even if it's guarding it, white will be winning. So white should be able to convert this endgame.
This arrow thing on chess.com, I think is really spoiling my chess, because on chess.com when I play, I can draw arrows and calculate and all. And then when I go on the board, I'm like, where are the arrows, man? Can I draw the arrows on the board, please? And then I can't calculate deep.
You just have to take some hallucinogenics like Beth Harmon. That's all. And then you can do it. If you're on the little green pill, as Beth would tell you, you can do anything. By the way, that was not an endorsement for any of Beth Harmon's behavior, both on and off the chessboard in the movie The Queen's Gambit. This public service announcement brought to you by chess.com. That was not an endorsement of doing that. I was kidding.
If the knight moves around in a way that the king can come to c5, it's winning for white, right?
Yeah.
Knight gives a check somewhere to the king, and the king has to move. Then the king can come to c5.
It's got to be winning. I can't imagine a position where you can stop both knight c7 and any other trickery that white could come up with. So yeah, I think the Vishy is on his way to winning, which means I think he'll have gotten through with just one draw, because AD 0406 holds on. Shout out to that person.
Wow.
By the way, 2250. That's a strong player, right? I mean, AD came and brought the noise, and I don't think Vishy has anything to hang his head about.
Great game. All right, we can close this game. It's done. And I really want to see how Vishy converts this game that you're talking about, right? The one in which he has to move the king and give a check. Can you go back to that game, please?
Yep. 1 second. I was just checking something with the producer here.
This one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the game. So, okay. Oh, he's coming for knight d5 check now.
Yeah, and the big problem for black is you can't defend with a king and pawn ending.
You're saying that if he plays bishop f3, knight d5, and takes, it's winning for white?
Yep. And the reason is there's no way, obviously we know this, and it always sounds simple, but it's important philosophically. You can't just say pass, right? Zugzwang defines the game of chess, your inability to skip your turn. So black has to move and give up a square. There's no other way around it. And yeah, what's funny is actually if the pawns were in a different position, there are theoretical draws where 2 versus 1 is actually not a win on this side of the board in the corner if the pawns are advanced far enough, because the king has stalemate tricks. So there are positions where you shouldn't dismiss the idea of trading into the king and pawn ending. You have to calculate it. But in this case, there's just too many squares. There's no stalemate tricks for black. So the threat is knight check. King's going to move. We're going to get in. And then the knight is going to come back to c7 and win.
What does the bar give only 2 advantage? Shouldn't it be like a mate in 73 or something like that?
Yeah. By the way, we're being told, so all those of you donating on YouTube for the call to action, you are being appreciated. And that's actually not being reflected on the donation ticker. So it's very possible, Samay, that we're already over 50,000. We're going to add that up. So again, I just want to say that don't want anyone to feel like we didn't reach our goal today. And we might indeed reach it, directly via the donations we have here. Don't you wish YouTube and Twitch just create better tools of communication there, whatever that is? But we might already be over the 50,000 marker, meaning 40,000 from the community. So we will make sure we have a final update.
In these, I don't know, 2-3 hours. I think that is so incredible that we could raise so much money in such a short time.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's gone king c5 and it's all over. So with that, we'll have Vishy with 22 wins. Once he wins this game, 22 wins, 3 draws, and that'll be all his games.
Yep.
Oh, and can we look at the scores, please?
Oh, we just got a $200 donation. Huge. 37,000. We'll bring up the scoreboard here as Vishy converts. So lots of draws, but no losses for our Grandmaster champions helping for the cause today. Samay?
Yep. And we saw how the youngsters, and that shows that these youngsters play a lot of online chess, so they are very quick. with all of this, how they quickly finished their games. And
Yep.
I think in an hour or something, especially Nihal played very quick. Unfortunately, draw in the end, but great games. And with this win, all these players are going home with 0 losses and complete amazing chess and great money raised for charity. What a wholesome stream. We had everything in this stream, from twerks to Levy joining in, donating, and horrible song and everything.
We had twerking, freestyle rapping. Maybe I could have you think I could throw down against Mac in a rap battle?
Do you want an honest answer, or do you want an answer because I like you? I think that's my answer.
You already said it. You already answered it. Okay. I get it. But
There we
all right,
go.
Vishy takes the dub, and that's going to take us to a final look again. Let's bring up the scoreboard one more time now that it's fully updated. I saw it updated in real time. We've got it. 22 wins and 3 draws for the champ. Humpy Koneru follows with 17-3. And again, Harika, same score. Nihal, if you missed it, obviously we were here for much more than the chess today, but that was a super instructive and crazy swindle. His opponent, really snatching stalemate from the jaws of defeat, gets a ton of credit. And Praggnanandhaa is the OP champion of the day, our only simul giver to go perfect 20-0. Yep. Okay. Apparently, so we got a few more updates to come. I think we're going to have interviews with our simul givers. We've got more on the way. Don't go anywhere. Our final moments on this amazing day where we're doing everything we can, as the title says, to checkmate COVID. And thank you again to everyone. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. and welcome back, everyone, for our final moments on today's Checkmate COVID show with efforts to raise funds for both direct support to RedCross India as well as the All India Chess Federation. With me and Samay now are the heroes of the day, our 5 grandmasters who entertained chess fans around the globe and played some amazing chess. I don't know which one of you to address first, so I'm just going to say hi, everybody. Thank you for what you did today, and welcome to the show.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
I guess I'll start with you, Vishy, at the top. What happened here was really amazing. There were some huge donations from some incredible supporters, and overall, just the community, of course, just delivered. We did raise, I believe we got to more than 50,000 with the 10,000 match from chess.com. But there's also obviously a hint of everything about why we're here is not something that's fun to talk about. The crisis is very real, and I guess I just wanted to ask you to speak a little bit, Vishy, about how important it is for you to bring attention to this, and anything you want to share about not just this event but efforts that anyone can get involved in to help those who are in need right now in India.
Okay, so basically what we're facing a kind of national struggle. It varies from state to state, but it's extremely critical right now. And financial help, obviously. So thank you to everyone who donated and contributed to the event. But also anybody who's from the medical fraternity and can offer, sometimes information is as valuable. If you're sick, you're diagnosed, and then you have to act. If someone in the medical community can give you advice, tell you how to take it forward, that's a big thing as well. So if people want to reach out that way, that's fantastic as well. But I hope this will be just a resource for the chess community. Some of us have got COVID, and now hopefully they'll have someone, at least someone to call and reach out to.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, just information. We're here to provide hope, Samay, as you said earlier, right? And maybe if I'll throw in a question, Humpy, if it's okay, I'll go to you next and just say, again, thank you for doing this. And any thoughts you want to add on how important it is for people to not just provide support, but also see that the world does come together in this crisis. And that's kind of what we're doing here, right? Bringing everybody together to bring attention and provide hope. Any thoughts on what this event means to you, and anything you want to add about what we're trying to do for the community?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great initiative, and I would like to thank all the donors for supporting this. And at the same time, I think I do wish that the participants who have played with all five of us have enjoyed their game, and I do think probably this is not something that we always do as a charity service, but the circumstances are so that we need to do something to contribute something to the chess fraternity. And I hope that we'll be able to do beyond that as well in the coming future. And I would like to thank chess.com as well for taking the initiative and also for raising the funds. So it's definitely a great cause, and in the coming days, it's going to save many lives in the country.
Yeah, it feels like the least we can do in the chess world. And shout out to Vishy's son there. And shout out to, by the way, while we were at the break, speaking of a fan of Chess Kid, we had our CEO of Chess Kid, Carrie, donate $1,000. Thank you, Carrie. We saw you there, and everyone else who's continuing to donate here. Again, everything helps. Samay, more questions. We'll keep this going. Anyone else? Go ahead.
I mean, I had a great time watching all of these end games. In fact, I was learning a lot, and just wanted to ask Nihal, like that in the end of that game when you missed that move and it became a draw, like I didn't see any big change in your expression. So how do you approach such things? Like you are a very, like, it doesn't affect you, and you just you stay strong and you just stay calm and composed. So I learned a lot from you in this things. So how were you feeling in that moment when you missed that? Did you realize it? What happened in your head?
Yeah, I did realize, and I was quite unhappy, but it's okay. He was very resourceful, and yeah, he was just very resourceful, and I was playing a bit too fast. So he deserved it. All good.
But that's awesome, like how you guys play 20 games at once at a, as an audience member like me who's like 1500-1600, it's just too unbelievable. It's like magic, like Danny said, to see you guys play such amazing chess, and especially for a cause like this. $50,000 we have raised in such a small amount of time. You guys are the real heroes, all of you guys. So thank you so much for doing this. And yeah, thanks to all the people who donated. And thank you, Danny, for giving me the opportunity to watch these games with you in front of so many thousand people. And especially shout out to Levy and Erik for donating $10,000 each from, Levy has been streaming since a long time. And I'm still touched by his words, what he said. It meant a lot. And it's very, very good gesture that he donated so much money. And yeah, that's all.
Shout out to we just got over 39,000. We're almost to 40,000 while we're on stream. Harika and Pragg, I want to just say hi to both of you as well, give you a chance to add in your thoughts. Rakesh again coming through with another $250. Rakesh has donated thousands himself today. Thank you, Rakesh. Harika, this was a lot of fun. I want to say too, we 105 games, there were 100 points scored, no losses between the 5 of you. Harika, is that a good score for you? The 17-3, you'll take that?
Yeah, I'll take that. In general, okay, I played a couple of blunders in the opening because I just got confused with too many boards. Yeah. But then I managed to get back some points, so that feels better, definitely. And I hope all the players who played with us also enjoyed the games. It's more important to enjoy it. And maybe we can encourage some people to take up chess seriously. At the same time, I'm feeling extremely happy to see such big donations, which we are here for a reason and for the cause, and I'm happy that it's successful. And I hope we get to help more people in future.
Yeah, well said. And Pragg, I guess it's fitting we're going to end with you. I didn't plan it, but you went 20-0 today. You and Nihal were racing. You guys were racing for who was going to finish all your games first, and it came down to the wire. But is that, you delivered a message, right? You delivered a message to COVID that you're going to go 20-0 against it. I don't know. And your thoughts on how today's Simul went, and did you have fun doing it?
Yeah, I enjoyed playing all the games, and first of all, I wanted to say it was a great initiative, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And thanks to all the people who donated, and it's just great. And thank you to all of them.
Well, thank you for being here. And yeah, like we said, it was a great cause. I think we delivered. This has been awesome. I'm super pumped that we reached what we did. And it, like I said, with the donations that came in that aren't quite accounted for yet, I know we got over $50,000 raised for the community. Let's remind everybody of where that's going. It's going directly to RedCross India Red Cross, as well as to the AICF and all their efforts. We want to thank the honorary secretary who joined us earlier as well. And we know that the All India Chess Federation is going to continue to do what they can to bring the chess community together. Sometimes, like Samay said it earlier, and this is true for a lot of things, I guess, in life, someone's going through a hard time, and it's unfortunate that we can't even do more than this, but sometimes just being there, providing hope, providing the support you can. And as someone who had COVID himself, I can tell you back in December, and of course I was in a much different situation, not comparable to what the hardship is a lot of people are going through right now. But it's all we can do to come together and try to bring relief and fight back this horrible pandemic. So thank you to everybody here who donated their money, people who donated their time, Vishy, Nihal, Pragg, Harika, Humpy, and Samay for being my co-host. Thank you so much. Huge shout out again to all of the big donations that came in. We appreciate it, and it is making a difference. So for the whole crew, I'm going to say thank you and good night to all of you in India. I know it's late, and thank you to the whole team who worked hard to make this happen. We will continue to do all that we can, and look for an article post recap of the event for final numbers on the total monies raised. So Good night, everybody, and we appreciate you. And see ya.
Yeah. Good.